It's showtime. We are live. What's up, Adventure Nation? How you guys doing?
We were a little bit kind of like last
Yeah,
minute,
it was,
like running around and doing stuff. So let me actually
Hopefully,
have my phone.
Yeah, get her phone. Let's see. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear us? First off,
My notification tells me that we're live.
yeah, get her phone. Oh, cool. We can hear ourselves, so I guess all you guys can hear us if we can hear you. So that's if we can hear us. Hello. Hope everyone is staying healthy.
Let me like my own life. Like
your own life? That's just not right. Hope you guys are all staying healthy during this craziness of the coronavirus. Everyone's lives are turned upside down. Howdy to all of you folks all over the U.S. and the world.
It has been so weird. We live in such weird times, right? When our priorities, toilet paper and food and staples like that. So it has been, I thought it was never going to come down to this, but here we are.
How's that working? This way or this way? I guess it doesn't matter. Either way, you guys can see us good enough, I would think. Oh, it has been a crazy few weeks. So much has changed in the last few weeks to a month. And tonight is going to be a special edition of Last Saturday Live. We've got some exciting
we're gonna
guests.
Do something that we really have never done before, and that's kind of like have guests.
Have
guests, but I was looking at who is here. Is like I see Jose Sosa, Chris Belofado, Cynthia, Bob and Tam.
You're gonna try and list everybody?
No, Kevin Klein.
You're gonna skip people, and then you're gonna make people
so many
feel bad.
People. Like that is true. So I should probably.
If you don't mention Chris Belofado, he's gonna be just crying at home, curled up in a ball.
I just did.
Oh, you just did? Oh, okay, cool.
Let's see.
We are at a friend's house in Central Florida. We're just south of Arcadia, Florida. We're at our friends. We're at the Dotson Estate. We're at our friends Vic and Tammy.
Yeah, they have a small pad here, and they offer to us very nicely to kind of like ride the whole coronavirus like here with them, and we accepted.
Yeah.
So we are here for a little bit.
I think they invited us here just to make us feel bad. Because we pull up this friggin' big ass house on this beautiful property with their giant ass Super C. And we're like, here come the hillbillies. Woo woo.
And when I said small patio, it's like 40 acres. So it's like they have plenty of room for us to park somewhere. And I have to say, Ozzy has been loving it. He has been chasing lizards, and he has been playing around. He's loving it here.
Having a good time. So we hope you guys are all doing well. When we talked, I think we did a impromptu live last Saturday, and we had a lot of fun. People were talking about how gas prices had been diving in their areas of the country, and we know that's kind of been a continuing thing, although can't really worry about gas prices when we have people that are losing their lives over all this craziness. So gas prices are really kind of an insignificant part of this, but we'll take it. And it's just been absolute chaos.
A lot of people saying happy birthday, Paul. Yesterday was his birthday.
Thank you. I am now just reached 26 years young, which is amazing. I didn't think I'd be on the planet for 26 years, but here I am. I've made it.
For 26, you look a little bit rough.
Wow.
That's what you have to say. I am 80. Or it's like, oh my God, you look very good for 80. It's like, you go the opposite.
Yeah, you go the opposite way. Yeah. It's like, you're right. You're right. She's so brutal to me. But yeah, that's just true. I am 50. I'm 56 years young, actually. And I'm feeling pretty good. Like, see, feeling good.
Yeah. Okay, that's how you feel. Yeah, good and young.
So we're going to try something different tonight. This is going to be kind of the social distancing edition of Last Saturday Live. We're going to have Phil and Stacy from You, Me, and the RV on, and then after that, Traveling Robert is going to join us from Miami. I guess I didn't find out where Phil and Stacy were, but we're going to have Traveling Robert joining us from Miami.
Yeah, because it's like you told them the time, but if they're gonna do it their time, might be a different time.
Well, hopefully they know it's this time and not that time. But I'm sure they're smart folks. They will know that. And then we're going to finish it up, of course, with the man, the myth, the legend, and his beautiful woman, Kevin and Laura from Vegan RV. So they're gonna close the night out with us. So anytime now, we'll have those guys on.
It's kind of nice that we already have the time change because he gave us a little bit more daylight. It's not feeling like we are broadcasting all throughout the night, right? Like we start at night and tonight now it's like feels a little bit more daytime.
Yeah, and one of the reasons we did do it an hour earlier is we do realize that for the people on the East Coast, they got to stay up late, man, to party with us.
Now that we're here,
here on the East Coast, we're like, oh man, it sucks being on the East Coast and having to watch this. And then of course you have Aid Collins over there in the UK. He's always here. I don't know if he's on tonight, but it makes it instead of midnight his time 11 o'clock, so he's able to enjoy.
By the way, if you guys, I'm very self-aware that I touch my face a lot. I wash my hands, I Purell them, so I can actually touch my face, and not all of you are freaking out about like stop touching your face. I have them clean. I think
they have a lottery to just like see. That's what you guys should have done. We should have had a lottery to who like.
See, I'm telling you.
As to who's gonna touch their face the most.
If we all like drink a shot every time, like I touch my face,
a shot every time
within 5 minutes,
everyone will be hammered. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, it will not work. And we actually wipe down our phones too with the Lysol wipes, we disinfect everything.
Yeah, once you start, and I'm sure you guys are finding this out now, is once you start realizing how many surfaces you touch during a day, it's impossible. Like it's literally impossible to have everything super clean and and perfectly sanitized, because you wash your hands and then you immediately pick up your phone, or you wash your hands and then you pick up a spray bottle, or you use the Purell and then you turn around and I pick up a camera. It's just it's a nightmare. No matter where you turn, there's some surface that you may not have thought about in the right order of sanitizing in the right order, so that when you touch, it's just a nightmare. You just kind of do the best you can with what you have.
I wiped down my wife.
Woohoo!
Or Iris. I can see like Jose just wiping down Iris.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's not a bad thing.
Our RV journeys is like COVID-19 drinking game.
Every time you caught touching his face, you take a drink. Oh, she'll be just smashed by the time is up.
Like I said, within 5-10 minutes. I know, like I said, now I'm so self-aware of how much I touch my face, but I think it's also because like my hair is down and you have the little light hair sometimes fly in your face and it gets itchy or it gets tickles you, and you do that a lot.
Yep. Milla in the house. Kev, what's up, dude?
I can see Ed and Doreen are here too.
Yes,
Lance.
So, Ed and Doreen.
John Sanesi.
Sanesi's in the house. Hey, what's happening?
And Vicky and Cliff are here.
Vicky and Cliff are here. Yeah.
We all have nothing better to do, I guess.
Yeah, nobody has anything better to do than just hang out on a Saturday night. Now, I can't go anywhere. There's no baseball. There's no football. There's no nothing on. Well, of course, there wasn't any football, but baseball was supposed to have already started. There's no baseball. So, it's crazy. This is just unreal. So, what are the black growths in your ears? So, these are COVID-19 sanitizers. So you put these in and you cannot get COVID-19. They're available for $199.95 a pair, and we will sell them to you, and it has nothing to do with that. These are earphones. These are earbuds, Samsung earbuds. And when we have our guests on, if we're not wearing some kind of earbud to hear them, you guys will hear them, and it'll cause this crazy ass echo. And so we're trying to avoid that. So we'll be able to hear them. You'll be able to hear them. You'll be able to hear us, hopefully. We've done this once before with Kevin and Laura, kind of set up right from the very start. This is kind of weird because we've told people, hey, if you could sign in at this time, that would be awesome. As a matter of fact, Traveling Robert is signing in right now. So we're going to take Traveling Robert out on with us here in just a second. Phil and Stacy were supposed to be here at 5 after 7, and we haven't seen them yet. So they're scheduled for 7:05. But Robert's here, so let's bring him in. Robert, are you ready for us? Can you hear us?
I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Awesome. We're gonna turn Robert up because I can't hear him.
Can everybody hear Robert?
Can everybody hear?
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I came in a little early, because I wanted to make sure that this thing worked. So It does.
No problem at all, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate that. We appreciate it. How are you
Thanks.
doing down there in Miami?
It's at home, just going out to the supermarket once a week. It's not really a big difference in my life at this moment, because when I'm not
Right.
traveling, I'm usually just here. I'm kind of a hermit, working on the videos, and and we don't go out all that much. So yeah,
Right, yeah,
I just
same
hope
for-
this passes quickly.
Absolutely. Same for us, really. I mean, we spend a lot of time hanging out at the RV. Yeah, we go out and explore and do a little bit of that stuff and record that, but we do spend really a significant amount of time just hanging out at the RV. So it's only changed us like a little tiny bit.
I think for us, it has changed only in two ways. One, we're very used to meeting with people,
Right.
and I think we have really stopped up doing that.
Yeah.
And the second thing is like trying to really stock up on groceries in a tiny RV. So I think that was also another change.
Yeah. Did you guys find toilet paper?
We're good on toilet paper, man.
All right.
We actually went on a mission the other day because we were like, we're down to what you said,
1.75 rolls. I had to get out the digital gauge to check.
So yeah, so we actually had to go out and we went to 4 different stores before we found one, and it was a non-brand. It was not RV specific toilet paper, but
Yeah.
you know what? It's like you cannot be picky in these times. We just found it and we just grabbed whatever brand they had, and that's what we got.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. That's what I found everywhere. It's there's kind of, you won't go hungry. There's a little bit of everything, but it is just no variety. That's the one thing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. It is chaos. It is absolute chaos.
But I mean, it's survival. It's like there's like plenty of supplies, plenty of things here. We have some friends that are moving to Florida, and they have delayed their move here because they're so afraid what they see on the news that there's nothing here, that there is no food on the grocery stores. There is, and I told her that's not true. It's like we're here. We can tell you there's still a lot of stuff out there. Don't panic.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to hunt a little bit for toilet paper, and I think that's starting to ease up now as well. I mean, we're kind of on the end of that. Stuff starting to get restocked now. I think the chaos has kind of settled down. There's still a few people that are freaking out, but I think for the most part, the big chaos has, the big fear has ended, and people are starting to go, okay, this isn't as bad as we thought, or it's bad, but not as bad as we thought when it came to supply chain and food and all that kind of stuff. You guys experience that it's similar to when you guys have a hurricane, is it not?
Yes, it just doesn't last that long, I guess. People hoard at the beginning and then that's it. But it's a very similar experience. Yeah, definitely. Cool. Like all the canned food, all the canned food usually disappears quickly and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. Phil and Stacy are here now too, so we're gonna bring Phil and Stacy out too. Let's see how this works. This ought to be chaos here.
Oh my God.
All right, now Lori and I got to get even closer. Hey guys, Phil and Stacy for you in the RV. Yeah, let me see if I can. Is there a way for me to do that so that everybody's in a better space? There we go. That's better. Or can we do that? No, that's not good. That's not good. There we go. Everybody's got that's nice and big there. How you guys doing?
Great. How are you guys?
Are you? We're good. Where are you guys right now?
We're in San Antonio.
Oh, that's right. You guys did say San Antonio. Are you guys at the 1,000 Trails there, or?
No, we don't have 1,000 Trails moving. We're at a little hole.
Maybe they don't want to say.
Well, yeah, you don't have to say exactly. We don't want people beating down your door and doing that sort of thing.
No, we're in a very small private campground. There's about 20-ish sites here, so we're good, and we're laying low, and we're hiding, so nobody even knows who we are here.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't want people coming in and stealing your toilet paper.
No. Or beer. That's another thing. Yeah. Beer's getting scarce around here, so that's pretty important to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's something I noticed. People's priorities when we went to the store and they hunt for toilet paper. Yeah, a lot of the beer was gone too. So it's like people have their priorities straight.
Especially the Corona. Woo!
Yeah, it's flying off the shelves.
Yeah, exactly. What a terrible name for a product right now, right? You would think it would be a terrible name when people are still drinking it.
No kidding.
So where are you guys right now?
we are in Central Florida. We're just south of Arcadia, Florida. We're staying with viewers. They have a 40-acre ranch here, and they've been nice enough to allow us to stay on their property. So that's really nice. It's the ultimate in social distancing, really, because you're just here. It's like your own private campground. I think it would be kind of like staying at a like a Harvest House kind of deal. So
that's awesome.
It's so weird though, because when you meet people, you want to say hello and interact with them, and it has been so weird because you're trying to give them their space and stay away and all that kind of stuff. So that part has been an adjustment, and more for us, and we're like very like hey, and we're huggy. Yeah. So that has been
against what your mom taught you as far as being friendly. You're like trying to keep away and push people away.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just want to tell also Robert, congratulations. It's like he hit the 100,000
subscribers.
mark.
Robert.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that was really cool.
That's amazing. Well deserved.
Thank you.
I saw that you received your how you call it? It's a
silver play button.
It's subscribe button.
Yeah, the silver
look
button.
at there.
It's back there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Terrific.
That's
That's
awesome.
a milestone, huge milestone.
So how long?
Very cool, man. Yeah, especially in the RV space. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's taking many years. You know, I've been on YouTube for over 10 years, but when I started doing it full time, basically that's when the channel took off, and for the past 3 years has been climbing steadily. So
you've been on YouTube since it was in black and white.
Yes, almost. Yeah, it was silent.
It was silent.
When it was just called Tube.
Yeah,
it was just Tube at the time. That is awesome.
Actually, I kid you not, but it was not HD back then. It was just regular definition.
Right.
Back then, and it was like the square screen. Eventually they went HD and all that. So,
right. That's amazing.
Early days.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna tell our subscribers, if you have any questions for Robert or Phil and Stacy, feel free to post them. Just make them in all caps so we can we can read them quickly. But feel free to post or ask any questions to them. We're gonna have them for a little bit.
Absolutely. Are you guys able to see the chat as well?
No, I could open a second window.
Oh yes, we just opened it. It's on now.
We had it on private, but now it's on live, so now we can see it.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that you guys could see the chat as well. And I thought you had some specific questions that you wanted to ask our special guest.
Well, since we're in the coronavirus kind of theme, it's like I was gonna ask you: is there any movie, TV show, or something like that you have seen that you will recommend to everybody?
Well, we of course started binging on all the movies that I've never watched. I'm not a big movie person, so I've been through Mission Impossible series. I mean, we're going old school, all those old series, and I don't think there's anything new we found.
No, but there is a really good series. It's called Designated Survivor.
Oh yeah.
That we watched the first episode and we got hooked on it, and it's a couple years old, and they have I think 3 seasons now, 2 seasons.
That was pretty good.
Very good show.
That one's on Netflix.
Designated Survivor. All
right,
we'll have to check that out.
Haven't heard of it.
Robert, how about you?
We'll just watch Better Call Saul and Star Trek Picard, but the binge watching, not really. We're watching some old episodes of Star Trek, but
we haven't started watching. We haven't watched Better Call Saul yet. We finally watched the entire series of
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
but we haven't started watching Better Call Saul yet. But we actually bought the first season of Gilligan's Island, and then now we've got the second season of Gilligan's Island, and we just started watching that.
But I don't think we're even enjoying it. We're criticizing it. We're too harsh on them. We're all like, oh my God, they could have escaped so many times by now.
We recently watched Chips, and we kind of felt the same way. It was Phil's favorite show as a kid, and we were watching it. We're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
The acting is so bad back then, but when I was a kid, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, you can't go back, Phil. You can't go back and watch them.
No.
And you're like, I watched some of that and was like, I was an idiot as a kid. Why did I like this?
What was wrong with me?
I didn't know what I didn't know.
Absolutely. Yeah. So questions, any questions from the viewers?
We have right here one question.
Okay, so let's start off with Phil and Stacy. Do you play card games or board games? And if so, which ones?
We don't have room for board games in our rig, but we do have cards. We play 5 Crowns and 5 Crowns a lot, but we haven't actually pulled them out in a while.
No.
Awesome. And Robert, any card games or board games you guys play?
Not really. I tend to play video games whenever I need to distress, and I like GTA 5. That's just
really.
like
I've been thinking about
drive
doing
around,
that again.
LA, and doing that kind of thing.
I can't believe Robert, one of the nicest guys on the planet, plays Grand Theft Auto. That is awesome.
Hey.
That is so good. That
And
is so good.
And for us, we really like. We're a split household because I love board games. Like I love them. I grew up with them, and I love strategy games and all that stuff. But Paul hates them. He's like
Board games. It's spelled BORED.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Board
of course
games.
not. But with that being said, we have one here in the RV that sometimes we find people that they're fun and they're open-minded. We will play with them.
Of
And
course.
it's Cards Against Humanity. You definitely have to be kind of like
Got to be pretty open-minded.
and easy going to play that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you can't play that one with everybody.
Yeah, I can't play that game. That's not enough rules. I need more. I need more rules and structure. I can't play that one.
We just make them up as we go along.
I
Stacey.
know, I can't do it.
She doesn't do well with that.
But I've been thinking about that, Robert, is getting back into video games because I used to do that with my son. I'd play a lot of first-person shooter games and things like that with my son. Back in the day when SOCOM Navy SEALs was big. So I've thought about getting a console again and playing because that was a good way for me to de-stress. And since I'm not riding my Harley anymore, I thought maybe I can find some game where I can ride a Harley online or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
But you can use
What
the
else do we
computer
have?
too. You can play them in the computer. You don't really have to get a console.
Right.
And if you have a decent, if you edit in video, you have a decent, fast PC. That's where I play.
Yeah, but I feel like he will burn all our data doing that. So I don't think it's a good idea.
Okay,
Well,
this
yeah.
is a good question for Phil and Stacy. Because I was like, what in the heck is Helavan RNSF stand for?
So Helava RN is Stacy's. It's her nursing name.
Awesome.
As most people know, Stacy's a nurse practitioner. And when a few years ago, she was, a lot of years ago, she was looking for a new email address.
Well, it's when I graduated from nursing school. Phil actually came up with that.
So I was
for me.
watching TV, and the Hell of a Good Butter came on TV, and I went, Hell of a RN, and it stuck.
Well, yeah, I've had it around for a while, but I have 2 YouTube channels, so obviously I hit the wrong one when we were coming on.
Awesome. That's great. So we know that if you guys want to check out Stacy's other YouTube channel, it's Helavan RN.
That's right.
It's been sick for a while because what I discovered quickly was you really can't have two YouTube channels and have them both successful and everything else we're doing. So that one is, I dabble in that one. It's the one I do have.
Very, very tough.
Yeah.
Very, very tough.
Yeah.
Yep. I have
All
4
right,
channels and only one of them. it's
You have 4 channels, Robert?
Yeah, I have.
What are your other channels?
My original music is just my name, and that was this was my music channel. That was my first channel. But of course, there's all kinds of copyright problems with that one, since it's just me singing at different nightclubs and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then I started 2 other channels. One is Robert's RV cooking show, which I've uploaded 3 videos, and that was it. I never did anything else.
Sandwiches for everyone.
And the other one is just videos of the road that eventually I want to do that one, because a lot of people oddly enough, they want to see videos of like an hour, of just the road. And some people find it relaxing. So I want to start uploading. I have many terabytes of road videos. So yeah.
Very, very
eventually I'll have time to do that.
I can start a cooking show. Will people watch someone boiling water for hours on end? That's about all I can do.
There was a cooking show. There was a guy that says how not to cook or how not to do it. And it was just super famous.
No, I really suck. It says I suck at cooking. Or I really suck at cooking. It's hilarious. It is.
I have to check that out.
I have another question. I don't know if you're gonna be able to find it, but it's like to Robert, will you ever get a class A, B, or C?
I want to get a B+ at some point, but not for the time being. Actually, a lot of people don't know, but I just got the newer version of the same trailer I had.
Yeah, buddy.
I kind of became a Winnebago brand ambassador, so they gave me one for a year to test. So
nice.
I'm going to be doing that.
Oh, very cool.
And if
Congratulations.
if they ever open the Canadian border again, I'll be going to Alaska in the summer with that one. So.
That is awesome. And along those same lines, Phil and Stacy, are you happy with your Tiffin Red for full timing?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. We're coming up on our 2-year mark, and old Ruby here has been the perfect fit for us. Perfect.
Yeah, we love it. I can't imagine us getting another one. I mean, we're not going to be one of those who flips every few years. I'm a one and done kind of girl, so this is it for us. We'll drive her into the ground.
Yep.
So what exactly do you have for those of us who may not know?
We have a Tiffin Red 33AA. It's a diesel pusher, 35 foot.
Perfect.
Those are nice.
It's a 2016. We got her slightly used with about 10,000 miles on it when we found her.
That's the way to do it.
Well, 10,000 miles on a diesel is basically brand new still. It's barely been turned over at that point.
Yeah.
Right. And I tell you, everywhere we go, people think that we wash it all the time. I don't. It's just the paint job on it. It just stands out.
That is awesome.
No.
And
okay, and I have a question. I don't know if you're at the bottom. No, you're not at the bottom. This is for everybody, actually, from Rick Hubert.
Rick and Barb Hubert.
Yeah, it's a question for all. Once the crisis subsides, where is everyone heading off for the summer? So let's start with Robert.
Well, the idea was to go up to Alaska, following in you guys' footsteps from 2 years ago, and but we'll see. But the idea was to live May 1st and work my way, up slowly. But right now, all those plans are up in the air. So if anything, it's a big country. I could always go somewhere else when the crisis ends. But that's it.
Yeah, that's true. Phil and Stacy, what about you guys?
Well, we were planning to head north. We're in San Antonio and head up towards South Dakota. Play around in Colorado and South Dakota. We have family in both of those locations. So Custer is where Phil's sister lives. So hit up that area. We haven't been there yet since we've gotten the RV. So, but we'll see if that happens.
Mm-hmm. I know, right? We're all pending what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. We are all have all these plans, but who knows what's going to happen in a few weeks, few months from now. Everything is so new.
Yeah, who knows?
Our plan was Colorado sometime mid to late summer. So we're
gonna work our way through there. Paul wants to go through the Midwest because I think no YouTuber has gone through there. Everybody's, most of our reviewers complains is nobody goes through their hometowns and everything, and they say there's still a lot to see over here. My only one concern will be summertime is tornado season. So I told Paul we're not going through Tornado Alley in those months. So that's my only
drive fast. Just drive really fast.
Yeah.
Well, if you never go near a trailer park, it won't hit you because it only hits.
Seems to be the rule.
And if you don't have spare tires on your roof, it'll go around you.
Exactly. See, we know how to handle that. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, definitely the Midwest. The Midwest is a good idea. I was thinking of doing that on my way to Alaska, and I've been to Omaha. Some of these places are very nice. Just nobody goes there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we've always told people we're kind of the beach and water folks. So our map looks like this big smile as we've hugged the coast back and forth, kind of like this, So that's
we like to coast. So, but we need to give it a shot to the center of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I want to again thank Robert and Phil and Stacy for hanging out tonight. It's been awesome.
Yes.
Any more questions? Phil and Stacy, they're having a live tonight at 8:00 as well. By the way, guys. So they're going to be heading over there in just a minute.
Stacy's name might be throwing people, but we are actually you, me, and the RV, not hell of a RNSF.
Yes, it is you, me, and the RV. That is true.
We didn't notice that until it was too late.
So do you guys do lives often, or do you have a schedule, or every time you think about doing one, you just schedule one and that's it?
Yeah, we are definitely not routine. We've only done a handful. We just figured, people might be getting bored and they might just want to get together and I don't like you guys do and just have a laugh. So just trying to break the monotony of being stuck at home.
Yeah, I do them every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's like a club. It's becoming like a club. We have a beer and we just hangout. I originally
set
called it
your
the
watch
happy
by
hour,
Robert.
and I got demonetized because of the happy hour name. So I just call it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe I should change mine because that's what I'm calling mine.
Maybe they changed the rules, but at the beginning, I don't know. I don't even know if it was because of that. But once I changed the name, I didn't get the yellow icon anymore. It turned green. So
I-
Wow.
That I have to say every last Saturday that this is what it is for us. I always drink wine. That's my thing every last Saturday, and today is no exception. I actually have my wine.
cheers.
And this is
Cheers, everybody.
And this is sponsored by Tony and Kathy.
My ingredients are on the counter. I haven't thrown it together yet. So
our margaritas.
that's coming. That's
All
coming.
right.
Oh, margarita.
Margarita's coming up.
Nice.
Nice.
So cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers. I don't know. Where'd my drink go?
I was gonna say I have not keeping up with the questions since we have been talking,
Well,
chatting.
Bob and Tam's Excellent Adventures. Bob and Tam were at the RV thing this year. They
yeah.
supplied us with a lot of their video content, which was awesome because I didn't have a chance to shoot anything. And their question is, what's everyone doing for content for new videos? So I don't know what you mean by that, Bob. Just RV related content. I know Bob and Stacy, or Phil and Stacy, sorry, are really good at a lot of the how-to stuff. I've been going to do more of that, and just I've never been good at it. I start doing something, and then all of a sudden I'm like, screw the camera, I just want to get this stuff done, and then I don't do that. So I need to get better at that. But that's my plan, was to do a little bit more of that, but still continue with I love doing the travel stuff. I like just having a camera on and talking and having some fun while the camera's going. So that's what we're doing. But you guys, let's start. Phil and Stacy, you guys doing anything for content? What's kind of moving forward? What are you guys looking at?
We have a couple weeks left still in the bag that I haven't edited yet, probably about 2 or 3 weeks. And then after that, I don't know. I was telling Phil today we should do a video on how not to kill each other when you have cabin fever. I thought that might be a really good one.
That's a great one.
I thought we might be able to come up, not that we would ever, but I might have some material.
Sure. No, we understand other people. Like if there are other people that
I looked in
that
window.
are getting.
Yeah, it's my neighbor.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Robert.
Well, one of
How
the
about
great advantages of being 6 months behind my videos is that I have plenty of material.
Nice.
So I'm still editing August of 2019. Believe
Holy
it or not.
cow.
So yeah, it was a.
Well,
Since I'm not a
that's kinda
full timer,
nice.
I'm not a full timer. I travel for 3-4 months at a time, and then I do a lot, and then I have 3 or 4, or in this case 6 months worth of.
I thought it was kind of odd that I could see ducting in the back in your ceiling. I thought, what RV is that?
No.
Yeah, he's at his studio in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's nice, really nice.
Mhm.
Loving that, Mike.
All right. So I know Phil and Stacy, I know you guys have to go soon. So we're gonna bring Kevin and Laura out so you guys can say hi to Kevin and Laura. Then we'll let you guys go, and then we'll continue to hang out with the other guys. So let's see how this works. This is really gonna, let's see it all implode right
I was
here.
gonna say it's gonna be a
All
4.
Oh, that
right.
was easy. Look at that.
We made it!
Yay!
Can you believe
You
it?
made it. Were you having a hard time getting on there, brother?
Well, no. Well, I did until you sent me the link.
Oh, okay. I thought I
I
already sent you
appreciate
the
that.
link.
No, you didn't.
Oh, see, sorry. I took care of everybody else except for you. I see how I am.
Feeling the love.
So Kevin and Laura meet Phil and Stacy and Traveling Robert. I don't know if you guys ever met.
We met
Yeah,
Traveling
we
Robert
met
in,
in 2 years ago back in, where was it, in
Yeah,
Oh,
they
that's
in Phoenix.
right, in
Phoenix.
Quartzsite.
Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's right.
We met you guys at the Big Ten.
the art walk.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. That's
Yep.
right. So you guys have all met. You all met in Quartzsite. How weird is that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
We all met in Quartzite too.
Well, Quartzite is
Kind of
like the Bermuda Triangle,
awesome.
It's like
Awesome.
everything happens there.
Quartzsite. Everybody asks us about Quartzite is like, because a lot of people think it's just a dusty place, and it's like, yeah, the place is not pretty, but it's all about the people. It's all about the relationships,
Yeah.
and like we all met right there. So that's a cool thing about Quartzite.
It's about being off the beaten path.
Yeah,
which is really
it was
cool.
our first time there, and we absolutely had a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, if you go expecting this beautiful landscape and the views are still nice. I think the desert
The
views are still
mountains.
nice. The mountains are still cool. The sunsets are beautiful. But the place overall is not that pretty.
Not
But
like-
the people
Yeah.
itself are just it's incredible. We had so much fun when we go. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
we had a blast.
That's awesome.
Okay,
So-
there is a question here.
One more quick
directly.
question maybe for Phil and Stacy? Or is there
it was to Robert.
Well, Robert's going to be on here for a second. Let's give one more for Phil. Are you guys okay for one more question?
Sure. Yep.
All right, one more question for Phil and Stacy. And again, thank you guys so much. This is actually really cool.
I found it. Are you guys okay with just trading RVs straight up? It's all good. You guys can come take ours. We'll come take yours.
I just finished putting solar on top of the roof here, and we're
Perfect.
running.
That's all I need. That's all I need. So we're good.
That's awesome. So you're so you're really willing to do your 03 Adventurer and trade that for theirs? You're such a nice guy, Kevin.
Hey, I try my best.
Insta friend.
Okay, I have a question then from Chris Palafalo. How many trips have you had to cancel due to the coronavirus?
None.
We were going to be back here in San Antonio for appointments to begin with, so we kind of got lucky that we were already sitting still and not having to worry about making reservations to go somewhere.
Well, we kind of fly by the seat of our pants too. So I learned early on that if I make them, I'm going to break them. So we only had our reservation here when everything started falling apart, and we were actually supposed to leave like on the 27th or 28th, and on the 25th is when I decided, we'll just wait it out here for another month. So
definitely, you're our kind of people. You're our kind of people. No reservations.
Yeah, that gets too complicated.
It is.
Yeah, especially if something goes wrong where you have to make some changes, and it just makes it so much easier to. And it's not always easy, but for us, we just go with the flow. It is what it is. When things happen, sometimes you get caught with your pants down sometimes, but it's really just not that bad.
In the beginning, Stacy was reserving everything, and then of course we'd see something shiny along the way, and we would want to alter course. And then we were losing money in our cancellation fees.
So I'll tell you, I could be a little type A, but I'm cheaper than I am a type A. So I like my money.
That's right.
You're not getting my money.
Fantastic.
Okay, and my last question will be: do you have enough toilet paper to survive this?
Absolutely. In fact, we normally, as a habit, we order it by the case off of Amazon. So I just got my case in the week before all the shelves went empty.
Wow.
So I've got 52 rolls.
Not that we'll have to go through that in a week or two. But.
Kevin, I'll trade you a 4-pack of toilet paper for your 03.
Hey, man. Give it a week.
High demand now.
See the advantages of diesel pushers.
The advantage of diesel pushers, they can carry that stuff. And we can't carry more than a 4-packer. We're overweight, and we can't make it up any hills.
That's awesome.
Hey, before we go, Paul, I want to say one happy birthday to you. I know you just had a birthday.
Thank you, sir.
You're killing it. You're making it look good. And you have one of your biggest fans. I just saw them logged on here, Chris and Donna. If you could just say hello to Donna Clark. It would make her day.
Chris and Donna? Hello, Chris and
run
Donna Clark. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging out with us. And we're glad that you like this whole YouTube thing.
Yeah, she was a little jealous that we were coming on here tonight. She's a huge fan of yours.
Well, I have to say, we have been receiving, I don't know if you have been reading your chat, but everybody's like so ecstatic that we're all here together. So everybody's like, oh my God, my favorite YouTubers right here. So that's awesome. Thank you guys that took the time to also connect.
I thought it would be really fun. I'd never seen it done before. I hate to say it, but a lot of YouTubers in the RV space, like everywhere else, there's all these collaborations everywhere. Mm-hmm. And in the RV space, everyone seems to be afraid, like I'm afraid to I gotta hide my viewers and stuff, and I'm like, I don't care, like I don't care, like I just don't. And so I thought, well, let me reach out to you guys because I knew you guys were super friendly. Robert, he's the best, and Kevin and Laura, they're all right people too. So I thought I'd reach out to you guys, and I thought, well, let's see what happens. And I really think it's cool. Like I'm looking at the screen now, I'm like, this is pretty cool.
Yes.
And so we're all about community, and this is the part of the community that
absolutely.
we love.
We have people on our channel all the time. I mean, baby channels, big channels, we don't care. We just think that the more you do together, the better it is for everybody. And that's just just how we play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we super appreciate you guys for for coming on and hanging out. That's awesome. So I know you guys have got to go, and you're going to be over on your channel. Their channel, folks, just so that you know, is You, Me, and the RV. So it's not the Hell of an RN, although Stacy is obviously Hell of an RN, but You, Me, and the RV. And they're off and going now. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks, Paul.
We'll
Thanks,
see you
Serena.
guys soon.
Bye, guys.
All right. See ya.
Oh my God, I love that, Kevin. The fact that you're turning
That's
that way.
awesome.
I was gonna
you have
try
gone
to
to
get
the
us to
bottom.
do a like Brady Bunch, like look and take a screenshot.
Oh,
that
that's
would be-
Oh,
hilarious.
that would have been good.
Like,
Didn't
yeah,
get it.
like I can go, hi, Robert, and I can go, hey, Kevin and Laura.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, what's up, Robert? No, wait, that one, right? Yeah, hey, what's up, Robert?
No, the other way. Oh.
That is awesome.
I'm gonna
That is
turn off
awesome.
the lights so we're not so dark.
So, Robert, tell us a little bit about your new mini tinny.
Well, it's the you know we had been talking for a couple of months about it, and they told me, you know, any of their towables, you know, they wanted me to promote one of their towables, and I told them, you know, I want the one that is almost exactly the same as mine, so I can make the comparison. So I like it. I like the fact that it's more off-road capable. So if I decide to take the Dempster Highway, you know, now I can. But it's a 1708 FB. It's short. It's 19 feet long, and no slides. You know, but I like the minimalism in that sense. I can make a U-turn almost anywhere. So.
Right, and there's a lot less to take care of. I mean, I know there's a lot less to go wrong. As far as the slides and stuff like that goes. Right. I shouldn't even say this, but I mean, we haven't had very many problems with our slides. We had some early on and haven't had much since.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's one less thing that you have to worry about. And if the space works for you,
we
then
have always told people, go as small as you can and be comfortable.
Yeah.
Whatever that is for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like for us, it's the space. For you, the mini works great.
Yeah. Also, I'm not a full timer. So if I were to leave this, if that was going to be my only home, maybe I would get something a little bigger. But for the type of traveling that I do, this is just perfect.
Right. Awesome.
Yes, and I'm not gonna probably we're not gonna find the question, but there was a question for you. It was Robert about like if you had done any more new songs. People were asking about your songs.
Every once in a while I do. Actually I did one like a month or two ago for my California you know, the California and the Oregon coast. I called it California Shuffle. That's like the newest one, but it's instrumental. Most of the stuff that I do is instrumental for the videos, just as a background music. With lyrics, the latest one is it's called Driving to the East, and I drove it and I wrote it the last time, you know, after the last trip to the West that I did, as I was driving to the East. You know, when I cross the Mississippi, I'm more than halfway home. I'm getting tired, I'm getting sleepy. I've been away for too long, and you know, that's the latest one with lyrics.
Very cool.
Woohoo!
Kevin, what's your latest song? Do you have anything that you've written lately?
Yeah, it's not anywhere close to PG-13, so I don't know if you necessarily want me to come out with it on here, but you know.
Yeah, me too. I couldn't write to save my soul. I've got this question here. I've got to show everyone this question because only George could ask this. Oh, where did it go now?
Yeah, things are really down. It's hard to find the questions.
It's hard to find the question.
Them.
But George said, "Oh no, here it is." George says, "So Paul, Ginger or Marianne?" Since we're watching Gilligan, and I gotta go with Marianne, dude. Gotta go with
Really?
yeah, the girl next door.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
about that one.
yeah,
I'm going Ginger.
Absolutely. Really?
Dude,
Ginger,
we've been watching Suits, and there's a redhead on Suits that's pretty amazing.
Suits. See, there's another one I've never heard of. Is that a series or just a movie?
Series, TV show.
Series.
Yeah.
All right.
It's about
Cool.
lawyers.
Okay.
About lawyers.
Oh, I have another question before I can forget. Another question for Robert as well. It's like everybody's asking about your wife. It's like everybody's like, is he a solo traveler? Does he have somebody with him? So we know what's happening there, but if you can explain.
Well, you guys met her in the Florida Keys. What was
Yes.
that like 3 or 4 years ago? A long time
3 years ago,
but,
we met Indiana.
Yes, she's just a very private person. Sometimes she shows up in one of the live videos, like She might show up any minute now, but generally, she doesn't like to be in front of the camera. So
I know. I'm a very private person too, but he didn't care about that.
Yeah, I didn't
well,
care.
I remember Lorena at the beginning. It was like kind of camera shy, and then now you talk more than Paul, which is like a lot.
I don't think that's
You heard
true.
it here, folks.
I don't think that's true.
And just for the record, Jose Sosa said he's into Mrs. Howell.
Oh, really?
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god, that is hilarious. I'm
That's
glad.
awesome. Oh, Aaron Young too. That's great.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Okay, it's like Roman with Rosie. It says, how does vegan RV get through the grocery issues? It's like this week our produce sections were empty.
Have you guys noticed the produce sections being empty? I haven't noticed that.
For us, they're full.
Nope. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
We've had
are
no
you
problem.
from? Where's that question?
Oh, you will have to.
Roman with Rosie.
Roman with Rosie.
Roman with Rosie. Where are you in the country? Because we haven't noticed that. We've noticed that the produce sections have been pretty decent.
Yeah.
Have you guys found that to be true?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, people are eating pasta and canned stuff, and pretty much.
Right?
Yeah, the
Right.
canned beans, the rice,
Mhm.
frozen vegetables and fruits,
yeah.
all that stuff's gone. Milk, but we've been able to find our non-dairy milk, no problem.
Yeah. Eggs are pretty rare too if
Yeah,
you find them.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we walked in the other day just as they had rolled out a pallet and started stocking the egg shelf, and we were
Yep.
like, "Score! Grab one of those."
Not like you eat them, but
Yeah, no, I don't eat them. Lori does, but
But I do. But it's like I have not had problems finding eggs, and it seems to be people cannot find them anywhere. But produce here, at least here in the area of Florida, we are Central Florida. There is so much produce that there is not a lack of it at all. It's just pasta. What it seems to be gone is pasta, rice, obviously the paper goods, and that's about it.
because I think people were buying, they were in that what's the desperation mode, like they were going to have to be gone. Yeah, like we weren't going to be able to shop for months, and so they went to goods that were going to last a very long time, and really wasn't necessary.
Yep.
Jose doesn't get his eggs from the store; he gets his from chickens.
Oh, there you
I'm surprised we still let him back on here.
I know. Rex Partridge said beans. He said it's a good thing people are isolating.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
Well, yeah.
Okay,
That
so
broccoli.
they're in Mesa. They were in Phoenix area. Well, I think it's probably hard to find produce in the desert in the wintertime anyways, isn't it? I mean,
Chickens don't grow out there, do they?
But don't they grow a lot of stuff down in Yuma? Because we saw a lot of farms down there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Mm,
Yep.
Red Moon RV. Red Moon RV says, so I met Robert a year back or so in Lake Havasu at the bar, and I freaked him out introducing myself. I asked him what type of IPA he was going to order next. I end up looking like a stalker. So your stalker is right here, Robert.
Hey,
who was that?
hello there. Cheers.
Yeah, and look, the guy knows Robert. He's got his IPA right there. That's what I'm talking about.
But there are no IPAs at the desert bar in the where is it, Parker? But yeah. Let me tell you, I have a few stalkers. I have a couple of people who have showed up here at my house, even. So yeah.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
That's getting a little bit out of control.
Do you actually show where you live? Like you show the entrance of your house, or do you?
I have, when I've been doing, like when I installed my solar panels, those kind of videos. So there's sometimes you can kind of see the background, and
So people figured it out.
people have figured it out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. That's a good idea. Debbie and Randy said their eldest son with 5 kids and a 6th on the way. First off, let's say they should get a new hobby. They have ordered everything to grow by hydroponics, and they're just waiting on the seeds now, plus enlarging the size of their veggie garden. Yeah, Lori has a cool story about a family that, not a cool story, but a kind of a sad story. The family that you watch that has 10 kids.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I watched the channel, because it's not like
Because she wants to have 10 kids.
it's not like
secretly.
I want to have 10 kids or anything like that. It's like, but it's one of those channels that is sometimes a train wreck and you just want to watch it. My guilty pleasure, I guess. And they were talking about like how when they went shopping, for them it's a normal shopping, like shopping for 12 people basically, and they were shopping a little bit extra to write out the quarantine thing, self-quarantine, and people were shaming them. They were shaming them with their shopping carts, and it's like telling them how awful they were for just purchasing that much. And they said they don't know that this is how we regularly shop
For 12 people.
for 12 people.
Yeah.
So anyway, even the manager gave them a hard time. But anyway,
So Lori said the manager said that the only way they could get the 2 carts of goods that they had was they had to buy 1 cart, leave the store, and then come back in to get the second cart. I was like, come on, that's just...
It's literally the dumbest. Like,
It's the dumbest thing, right? It's like it's
ridiculous.
going to be the same thing. Just let the husband and wife... It's...
I'll tell you what,
As
to
a manager...
to get past all that, just bring all 12 kids in there, have them
Right.
start screaming.
Yeah.
You'll
Right.
get through the one. Yeah. Go ahead. Nope.
Or
Get
just
out of
bring
here.
your tax return, and it'll show all your dependents. Say,
It's like...
hey,
It's like, sell us the 2 cartfuls or we set the 12 kids free in the store.
That's awesome.
All right, what else we got going here? Jose's starting to spell stuff wrong, so he's drunk already.
Oh,
I've been touching my face too much.
Have you been
Go
touching
get
your face?
So we've been growing stuff here in the RV.
Have you really?
Yeah, check it out. So Laura
Robert-
got a mushroom kit.
A mushroom kit?
Yeah.
I've never seen one of those before.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty rad, huh?
I don't know if I want to see my mushrooms.
oh
Because it
wow.
will remind me it's a fungus. Yeah, I don't want to see my mushrooms. I want to
That's
see
pretty
them
cool.
nicely sliced on my plate. I don't want to see them growing on the side of a tree.
I have a little something like that, but with microgreens, but I have not done it. Still in
Yeah.
the box. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And they're being in small space. Why not?
Robert, are you in a house or are you in an apartment? And if you're in a house, do you have a garden at your house?
I'm in a house, but my grass dies in the front. You know, my lawn. So I'm really not good at
You're not much of a
growing
green
anything.
thumb.
No, I'm not good at agriculture at all whatsoever.
Oh, that's awesome. We have a question. Somebody says Bear Kitty says, Robert, do you sell shirts too? You do, right?
Yeah, I do. I do sell shirts with my. Actually, I should have worn one today with my logo, free in my RV and my RV.
Free in my is it travelingrobert.com or working
travelingrobert.com / merch, and I sell them through Teespring, but they're there. Yeah.
All right, cool.
You gonna design a new shirt when your new RV gets revealed?
I already kind of did because it's so similar that I just I had them take a picture of it and I'm just cutting it out on Photoshop, and I'm gonna make like a special edition just for the year that I'm gonna have it. So yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, Brenda Bingo Lorena says
Coste.
shrooms.
Shrooms.
LOL. Those
Yeah.
are a different kind of shrooms, Brenda. She must be in the Northwest.
yeah, I think these
Yeah,
are
even-
oyster mushrooms.
Marita
Even
Muscaria.
Chris Balofado said, "You guys growing weed? Asking for a friend."
That's awesome.
You're gonna get demonetized.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, watch that.
Happy Vibe says, "Where did you get that, Kevin and Laura?"
Oh,
Home
where
Depot.
did you get that, Kevin?
You can also get it on Amazon. It's the same price on Amazon or at Home Depot. So
Isn't
I've
it
heard they
weird
have it at
buying
Walmart
food?
too.
Buying food at Home Depot? Isn't that kind of weird?
Well, you buy the package.
Well, you can also buy tomato plants there.
Yep.
Oh, I guess you can. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You can do that. Pam and Jim are in the house up in the Northwest. Happy belated birthday, Paul, from Pam and Jim. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that.
They haven't been putting out squat for some updates on their RV, man.
Yeah, I know. We haven't seen any updates. You probably have dropped a big ass 454, blown Chevy in there, and we don't even know it now.
For a guy who knows anything about cars, that was the worst description of dropping in a new engine I've ever heard in my whole life.
Ever.
Even I knew that was not right.
Leanne49 says Robert's music is awesome, and she just loves it.
Oh, thank you, Leanne. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mark's already been drinking. He says the lawn is why I bought an RV. Is that because your lawn sucks and that you had to leave your house? Is that why, Mark?
Yard
There's no cutting
work.
grass.
Yes, have someone else take
Yeah,
care of it
yard
at the every park.
Oh, yard work. Yeah, taking care of the yard. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great reason. So let me ask you this, Robert. Any plan to go full time?
I don't know. After I've living the RV life for almost 6 years. I don't know. I think I'm always gonna want to have like a home base. Maybe something not a house in Miami. Maybe something more rural. Like I've been looking at properties in northern Florida. You know, maybe somewhere where I can have just hookups to settle down.
Right.
But the full time, like dropping everything and just having the RV as my only home. Perhaps not. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not for
Kevin
me.
M. Mercury says, "Did you buy a boat yet?"
Nah, dude. I think I've lost about 90% of my net worth in the past 2 weeks. So not going to happen anytime soon. If we do, it'll probably be like a John boat that still has a hole in the bottom of it, rusted up with a trolling motor on it for get me down the road.
Yeah.
You can just patch it, Flex Seal.
Flex tape, dude.
So you guys are also
It works
thinking of
on our
making the
kayak.
move from RV to a sailboat at some point?
So we hung out with some friends who have moved, who have went from motorhomes to boats, and we would go the motorboat route. I mean, we do that in the RV already, but we don't have any sailing experience. So
it seems like a lot of work, you know. It seems like a lot of work, you know. I see,
yeah. It's like I watched the Wynns and they're cranking shit and flipping things back. And they're like, "We're starboard." I'm like, I don't know. That's too much. No, I just want to turn on the engine and go forward.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. That's what I would do too.
Yep. So we're looking at something, possibly doing the Great Loop. Who knows?
Like the Technomadia folks was the
yeah. I think we'll be on a more advanced itinerary than they will be. I think they're doing the 12-year Great Loop.
About 20 years, it seems.
20 years, exactly, right?
Yeah.
They just keep going between Savannah and Jacksonville, I feel like.
We're going to have to touch base with them and say, so are you guys leaving Florida or what's going on with that?
Well, they just posted that they're staying in Sanford for quite a while to wait everything out.
Yeah.
Jose Sosa, again, he said his grass is brown. I don't think we're talking about the same grass, Jose. We were talking about the grass at your house on your front yard, not the stuff that you're rolling before you watch the lives.
And Seeking Serenity, thank you so much.
Thank you, Seeking Serenity.
Woo, super chat.
They sent $10. Yeah.
They said, we're glad to see we taught you how that you didn't not guess. They were guests on a long time ago because they talked about their budget. So no, we loved having you guys on. We thought it was a great idea to have.
It was very interesting.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
The next question was from David Gradon. It's like, Robert, how did you develop your affection for IPAs?
The gateway drug was I discovered this beer called Chimay. Is from Belgium, and one day I just tried. I think it was Lagunitas. This was like my first IPA, and I like the flavor. And then there's this thing. Whenever I go to a different town, every town in America these days they have a microbrewery. So I just go there. And what's your local IPA? And and
I think it's a hot new thing, breweries. And even though Paul doesn't drink at all, he also loves the vibe and the look of it. They're usually casual, and sometimes they have vegetarian. Or for the most part, they have vegetarian options too. So
they have French fries.
I know.
Everybody
fries. That's good.
Yeah.
But I started liking like the microbrews too a lot. It's a little bit too much, and I have to cut myself back and say not more because it's like beer is not my friend. So I have to stop it.
Here's a question for everybody.
Sorry, real quick.
Oh,
Robert, do you keep track of like all the beers now that, on your travels you get to visit different places that have different beers? Do you track any of that? And
not really, not anymore. I'm not that organized. At the beginning, I kind of remember the ones that I liked.
Right.
But, not really.
Okay. I hear you. Yep.
Okay, so it's from Steve Gardner. Do you all have a favorite place to RV?
So let's start with Kevin and Laura.
Inside the RV.
That's always a tough question, right?
It is. I mean, just like, You know,
I'm gonna say not in an office park.
yeah, not in an office park where we're at now, but
although your Wi-Fi is stellar.
Yeah, it's sick right now. I mean, it's just like every place hits everybody different. You know, you have people that are like, Valdez, Alaska. You know, it's just and we go there and we're like, what? This is like the best place of all of Alaska. This is hands down. Go to Valdez. So it's really hard. Everybody's got their different perspectives. Everybody's there at different times of the year. They're in different moods when they go there. You know, different times of their lives. So it's like it's really tough. I like going places that are beautiful. I like places that have animals, right? Mm-hmm. When cows are licking the side of the RV and, you know, moving the RV when they're, you know, rubbing up against it. I love that. So if there's a place that has that, let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess that's how I would answer it, you know.
Right. Robert?
And vegan food.
Oh. And what?
And vegan food.
And vegan food, yes.
Well,
Robert, have you had a favorite place, something that just knocked you out?
You know, I've lived in Florida most of my life, and everybody's crazy about Florida, the palm trees, the beaches, and all that. But I'm more about mountains and the desert. I like to you know, what we don't have here. So our tallest mountain is the landfill just outside of town. So I like to be out west, so somewhere remote. Not too remote, but remote enough that you feel like you're out there. You know, I love to boondock, and just see an Arizona sunset every once in a while.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of our favorite. Go ahead.
So I was just gonna say, I feel like a lot of the RVers, they like to RV in places that are not like where they're from. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like I was from downtown Atlanta. It's like I got to be by the buildings. I got to be in a downtown.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite places are the desert, the mountains, next to some water, the beach. You know.
Yeah, so I have noticed that that's a trend. When you're East Coaster, your first trip you want to go West Coast. West Coaster, the first trip they want to come East Coast. You just want to do the opposite where you're in. It's like I guess it's that idea, the exotic thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. One of my favorite places is Camp Golf. You know, you are right on the sand on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and I love that too. But there's something special about the West.
Right. I agree. But Kevin, there's you know, you're from downtown Atlanta. There's nothing like camping in downtown Detroit. You should try it, and I think you'll love it.
Philly was good. I don't think about it. No,
you know what?
Detroit.
Philly was good.
Philly was awesome.
Philly was fun, right?
Yeah.
And it was in a weird warehousey place, but that was fun.
You stayed at that place in Philly too. The parking,
Have you stayed there, Robert?
Yeah, I stayed there once. Yeah, it's a bit scary, but you know it works.
Yeah, I have a good black tank story from there, but that's for another day.
Their dump station is like you have to dump uphill.
It's like 5 feet off the ground.
I
You
remember.
lift it up over your head to move it through.
And it didn't work out so well for him. One of our favorite places, although again hard to favorite, but one of our favorite places was Tahoe. Like we were really blown away by Tahoe.
I think we show it on the videos. We were staying only for 1 week or only a few days,
only
I
4
believe.
nights.
And I think we stayed almost for 3 weeks there. So we enjoyed it so much because we, like we said before, we love the water and having water access in the mountains with mountain water.
Crazy.
It was amazing.
So it gave you the best of both worlds. Yeah, you could go to the beach and then the mountain was there as well.
You
so
can go hike the mountain too.
So that was kind of cool.
So next question, Share Your Sparkle says, would any of you consider getting a home base given this experience? Well, Robert, we know he has a home base.
Yeah, and he said he would continue to keep a home base.
Yeah.
Kevin and Laura?
Actually, you know what would be the coolest thing?
Oh,
have like 3 inexpensive home bases somewhere in the country. You know, like
we've talked about that so many times.
We were like, we need one in the mountains and one in the ocean. That's what we need.
Well, we've even talked about the casita setup where you have the slab with the outdoor kitchen, shower, and maybe a room setup where you can pull up in your RV. Your RV drops you off, and you have that in the 3 different places. That would be kind of cool to do that. So.
See, he says that, but every time we travel, we're in places like right now here at Vic and Tammy's that they have 40 acres. Paul is like, oh my God, it's like, this is so nice, so much land. It's like, you understand the upkeep that this needs.
That needs to be like your addition. Like, I love Canada in the summer. It'd be like, I love this 40 acres, but I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I don't want to have to cut the grass here.
Yeah.
But then I can have a motocross track.
Oh yeah, priorities, right?
Yeah, you can't parasail or whatever the hell you're doing.
Right.
On that.
No, they said they've got a pond here. They said I can use the kiteboard in the pond all they want. It's about 30 feet long. there's no alligators. So they said I can use it all I want. Now what about you guys, Kevin and Laura? Home base? Are you guys?
I mean, to me, I like the simplicity of not having one.
Right. There is that.
Because then you have to worry about, if you buy a place, and you have to worry about taxes in that area, and you have to, think about all of that, and upkeep of the property, whatever kind of property it is, and we don't really have to think about any of that.
Yeah, I think maybe like if we did get a boat or something and we really wanted to keep the RV, that we would get like a spot similar to like how the escapers have that whole thing down in Arizona or New Mexico, that like Technomadia have. I mean, that seems like a pretty good idea where you can leave your RV there, have an external shed to house some things.
Right.
But we think about it, and like we go to places like, Pagosa Springs, and we go to Bisbee, Arizona, or like, hell yeah, we could totally live here. But then it's like, once you get to the next spot and you're like, oh man, this place is amazing, that wears off.
Yeah.
And you find a new spot, and it's like,
we haven't found anywhere that we like want to live all the time.
Yeah.
And after traveling like this, I don't know that we will ever want to live somewhere full time.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
And I think it's the same with us. I mean, we talk about it, and we talk about having a home base, but not necessarily live there all the time. Just have a small place somewhere and just travel the rest of the year. And when we're not traveling, maybe Airbnb it or something like that, and then just go back whenever you feel like you want to be there for the amount of time you want to be there, and then just go and travel again. But like Robert said, it's like we have talked about having like two little things somewhere. It's like, and one of the ones we loved is Tahoe, but oh my god, it's just so expensive.
So expensive there. Well, one thing that we've heard from people that live in the north is that it's beautiful in the summer up there, and especially Canadians, for example. It's beautiful in the summer up there, and they can they have all of Canada and all that they can travel in. But in the winter, there's only so many places you can go. Like you can only go to Florida or the Southwest in the winter, and that's it.
That's why everything gets so packed. Like even in Florida, it was so hard to get into places unless you want to pay $100 a night. But otherwise, everything else is very hard to get into. It's because it's so limited to where you can go in the winter.
Right. So I think having the place that you have down here, Robert, in Florida, and I know you're not totally keen on Florida, but having it here where you can spend the winter where it's warm, then the summer opens up so many places for you to go. Like you have the entire country in the summer that you can visit, not just the two, southeast, southwest in the winter. So
and that's why I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking like northern Florida, not just all the way down here that it takes you a whole day to get out of the States. Something in northern Florida, rural, but kind of close to a town, maybe near Tallahassee, something like that.
Right.
And have a home base, maybe an acre or even less than an acre, just somewhere to park the rig. When at times like right now, that all the state parks are closed, a lot of campgrounds are closing. It would be nice to have like your own place where you can just hunker down until all this passes.
What do you think, Kevin? I think Robert should have 2 acres with maybe 3 or 4 hookups, right?
Yeah, I mean, private RV park.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, a little private RV.
A hot tub.
A hot tub would be nice, Robert. If you could do that, that'd be great.
All right. We'll think about it.
Don Klein says, any chance y'all will be in South Dakota this summer, pending virus, of course. That is a possibility for us, actually.
North Dakota, I am going to be, which is like right next to South Dakota. So
North Dakota.
Maybe.
Cool. Kevin and Laura, you guys don't have a clue what you're doing yet, do you?
Nope. Hanging out in Atlanta, we'll see what happens.
Are you guys hanging out in Atlanta for how long?
Until I start complaining that it's too hot.
Yeah. Or the market comes back and we have enough money for a boat and we can go buy a boat.
Woohoo!
Yeah. No, I think, if we do stay in the RV, I mean, I'd really like to do Montana and Idaho this year. I hear so much about like the southern parts of Idaho that
Right.
I was pleasantly surprised by southern Idaho. Very nice.
Yeah. It would probably be one of the last states on my list. You know, it was like the Kansas and the just middle America that I just don't have so much of a desire to go hang out at. I think Idaho was up there until I started hearing the stories, and now I really want to get there.
Very cool. We definitely want to check out Middle America. We love the ocean and water. So there's got to be lakes and places we can go. So we'll figure that out. But Gold Dust Woman, how long do you guys have to stay where you are? It's April 18th here.
Well, I think that's changing every day.
Yeah. And have to stay where you are? We have to stay in our house. So we can go wherever we want to go.
We can move our house.
We can move our house. So we just go where we want to go. So they have not issued any stay at home in Florida yet. They're calling it safer at home orders. So they're basically saying, please stay at home, but they're not mandating that you stay at home.
But that's why they're closing beaches and stuff. So people are not encouraged to go out.
Right. Right. But we don't know. I don't think there's specifically yet a open date anywhere.
No.
Robert, Miami's kind of weird right now, right?
Well, Miami's pretty shut down. Miami's pretty shut down, and they do have like a curfew. After 10 p.m., you're not allowed to be out, and it's a little more. Besides, there's nowhere to go really. I mean, everything is closed.
Yeah, all the bars, and that's what I don't understand about the 10 o'clock curfew. Like,
the virus only comes out at night.
The virus only comes out at night.
I don't know. Maybe they don't want people looting and stuff. All the businesses are closed.
That could be it.
So
that's a very possible thing is the looting, which is crazy that we've come to that point. But yeah, because all the bars and restaurants are closed. There's no reason to really go out at that time of night, anyways. Right? So we don't know where we're going to be. How long
we have
to be
reservations until mid-April.
Mid-April,
and then after that, we need to make a decision based on what's happening. A decision of we extend down here or we are starting to move north. It's we will make a decision until mid-April. Yeah, we have nothing booked after April 18th, so we don't know what we're doing after that. Yes. We're going to play it by ear. Nancy Summers, what happened to the yoga pants?
Ooh, I donated mine.
Kevin, you donated yours already? Dude, I thought you'd still be wearing those.
Dude, they were so comfortable. Wait, did I?
I think you did.
I think I did. They were comfortable, dude.
I still have mine. I haven't given up on them yet.
Paul donated his too.
I did?
I did.
Oh, you mean Lori donated Paul's?
No, you donated them.
Oh, I donated them?
Yeah, they were yours, so you donated them.
Okay. I don't know if you know that, Robert, that Kevin and I wore yoga pants at the RV thing.
At the RV thing. I think I saw a video. I think I saw a video.
So
we're sorry. We apologize.
It was
our condolences.
Brenda Bingo Lorena says, are you guys taking vitamins or something to stay healthy?
We always do.
B12 only.
I take B12.
D3.
Yeah.
Lemon and garlic and tomatoes and all kinds of
lemon and garlic.
Yeah.
Wait a second. You're drinking lemon and garlic?
Yeah.
Well, not drinking. Well, drinking lemon, lemon juice, but garlic.
Okay.
Have you done lemon juice and cayenne shots? You put cayenne pepper on it?
No, that sounds
it's
gross,
so good.
But
it's really good. You should definitely try. If you do shots of lemon juice, put some cayenne on it.
I'm gonna give it a try.
It's pretty good. I'm gonna try that.
It's pretty good. I like them. I thought it was gonna be disgusting, but the first time I had it, it was pretty good.
Yeah,
that's right.
Is it like those Mexican candies that are like sour and spicy at the same time?
A little bit.
Oh,
a little bit like that.
I love them. I remember the first time that Paul tried them, he just makes sour faces. He hated them. And there was one Christmas where we had too many foreign people, like people from Europe and Paul and his son and everything, and they all tried it at the same time. And it was just so funny to see their faces because they're not used to those kind of candies.
Yeah.
I love them.
Terrible stuff. But yeah, I the only thing I take, because Lorena makes me take it, is a B12 pump spray thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're doing your breath thing. It's like a shot, and I do that once every 2 or 3 days. That's the only vitamins I ever take.
Yeah. Randy's Cup, this is a question to you, Paul. It's like, hey, Paul, are you having any problems finding Dr. Pepper?
So I haven't been drinking Dr. Pepper at all, really. I've been kind of, I've been doing the little bit of the Dr. Pete stuff, but I haven't even had that for a few weeks.
Because we have not found
we haven't found any SodaStream stuff. So Lori had some Diet Lemon Lime stuff that I stole from her. But I've really been good at, like, this year. This is water. I've really reduced my sugar. This is really weird. I haven't probably had a cup of coffee with sugar in it in a month.
What?
So I'm drinking straight, most of the time, black coffee, but just every now and then with a little bit of cream in it.
Still instant?
No, we do the 2-cup brewer. But I've really reduced my sugar intake by a ton.
Yeah.
I don't put sugar on my Lucky Charms anymore. Of course, I don't eat I used to do like a spoonful of sugar on my Lucky Charms, man. It was crazy.
Are you serious?
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. When Lori met me, like, I was 42 years old and putting sugar on my Lucky Charms.
You're like, hey, Lori, do you like me?
I should have known better back then. I was like,
that should have been a clear sign that she should have ran.
Like a red flag right there. But
she was like, no, he's not that old. he put sugar on his freaking cereal. Come on.
Well, I cannot find the questions right now. But it's like, I just saw Chris and Brenda Mills. Robert, do you have any pets? And Kevin and Laura, are you still considering getting a dog? So let's start with Robert. Do you have any pets?
No pets. No pets. And I probably won't be getting any. I don't. It's like a responsibility. If I want to go like to do a hike or something, I'm gonna have that in the back of my mind all the time. So
yeah.
For now, I the answer is no.
For now. And how about Ileana? Does she want to have pets?
No. She's on board with me and that.
Kevin and Laura.
Ours, man. No on this side, yeah on that side. Like, it's
So I don't think. Are you still considering getting a dog? I don't know if there was any considering on Kevin's side.
No, I mean, there's definitely some cute dogs, and I would entertain it, but it literally makes travel so much more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I agree,
especially if we got a boat. That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
I don't want to deal with.
Driving to the West is the favorite song from Robert CD, Traveling Nate Dog.
Yep, Into the Sunset.
That's awesome. What microphone do you have, Robert?
This is it's called the Fifine. I don't know. They sent it to me for review, and it works well. It works pretty good. It's USB. Huh?
USB straight into the computer? Or?
Yeah, USB straight into the computer. I like the simplicity. Yep. So
very cool.
And it sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound as good as my old Audio Technica, I had but it's the difference is.
That's what we've got as just an Audio Technica, and it seems to do okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lori Buchanan says we need to do an RV theme park with camping.
By the way,
every night.
Are you guys doing the RV thing next year again?
We are going to be doing the RV thing next year. Yes, in the Phoenix area.
But next year I might join you guys.
There you go.
Well, I have tickets for sale if you need them.
All right.
Kevin's bootlegging tickets and they haven't even gone on sale yet. It's awesome. So Mark and Lisa Fitzroy, Robert, they're saying, are you coming with us to Mexico? Because we're also doing a caravan in Mexico.
When are you guys going to Mexico? I don't know.
It'll be the week after the port site.
I might. I want to be in the area, and I've always wanted to do at least Mexico light. Let's put it there, at least Baja,
Right.
And,
Well, that's what we're talking about doing is going to Baja.
And eventually I want to do the Puerto Vallarta route, like KYD did a couple of years ago. But for now, Baja all the way to Cabo. And,
buddy. That was a fun trip.
And it's going to be fun again.
Yep.
Chuck Bradford says, we need to know about tickets for the RV thing too and the caravan. Kevin said they were going to be tonight.
I told you, dude, I'm starting it up. Yeah, put those things on sale soon.
Our Endeavor says, we heard that Florida state line has been closed to entry by non-residents. Is this true? I think you are talking about the Keys.
The Keys.
Yeah, the Keys.
The Keys is the only one that has been closed, basically.
Yep.
This is to close. It's only one way in and out, so yeah.
Yeah, it's super easy to close.
Easy to close, yes.
Yep. Happy Vibes says, I can't believe the coffee creamer caught fire. That's crazy.
Oh, you have to explain the story where we got that from.
So, if you guys watched the video released today, obviously we saw that somewhere on YouTube.
Watching, it was Foo Fighters, the guy from Foo Fighters.
Yeah, it was. That's where I got Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Nirvana, yeah. And he was talking about that. It's like how you can create fire with a creamer, coffee creamer, and everybody was like, "Get the group." It's where
it was Jack Black and the Tenacious D. And then they never did anything about it. So I was like, well, I got to see if it's
a thing.
The thing. So I tried it and it works. Yeah, it's crazy. Kids don't do that stuff.
Basically, when you put the powder creamer on the air and you light a match or something, it will catch fire.
Yeah, the fats in it are flammable. So that's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
But it's not like it will happen on your counter. If you have creamer on your counter, you try to light it up, it will not happen. It's only when it's grabbing all the oxygen going down.
So Fred and Lynn says, Paul, when you were sick, you probably had COVID-19. The estimate is that it really started in Florida in December to early January. So just letting all you folks know that hugged me and hung out with me at the RV thing in Lakeland, you probably all have coronavirus now. Just so you know. See, Robert, it's a good thing he didn't show up.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. You guys are nuts. Kathy Kretzer. What do you do for exercise? Are you as bored with the same scenery like us? So, exercise, Kevin and Laura? Just sex. That's it? Exercise.
It's exercise. So, I've started doing a couple of things now that we're kind of, in this lockdown, if you want to call it. I started an app called Just 6 Weeks, which takes you from 0 to being able to do 100 push-ups per day, 100 sit-ups per day, 200 squats per day, and to hold a plank for 10 minutes. So I'm doing
What's that app called?
Just 6 weeks.
Okay.
So you just basically you do a baseline. You're like, how many can you do in a day? And then it takes you, and it's only 3 days a week that you have to do it. So see how that goes. Right. I got my kettlebell back out and my Indian clubs, so I've been doing those. And we've been riding the loop here twice, so that's like riding 4 miles every day.
That's what we've been doing is riding bicycle, because that's really kind of the only thing that we
in the campground where we were. They have a pretty good loop in bicycle, and they have a little bit of an incline, so that was nice as an exercise. And we were doing back and forth throughout the campground for that. But
yeah, so that was probably about a half a mile a day. So that was good.
No, but beside that, I did yoga today here inside the RV, and you washed the car.
I washed the car. That was exercise. I don't exercise really, except for every now and then I'll get on a running kick, and then I'll run for 3 weeks, and then I won't run anymore after that. But I don't do anything that on a schedule because I have ADD and I forget and I start doing something else.
That's your excuse.
So yeah. Robert, any exercising?
I acquired the habit a couple of years ago. I try to run almost every other morning, a couple miles.
Oh, really? Cool.
Especially when I'm here in Miami. When I'm traveling, it's harder, But if I'm here in Miami, I just do 3-4 miles every other morning.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. And then the 12-ounce curls.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Richard Hubert asks, any limit on how many rigs can be in your caravan? What is a practical limit? We're going to do a scouting trip, actually, and that is the reason we're doing that scouting trip, to see what's the limit of rigs we can bring and still be comfortable. Because the whole thing is about filling up the rigs. If you have too many, it's going to take forever. If you have too little, then you're depriving people of not going. So we're going to try to put a good group, but a manageable group. But we're thinking probably about 20-ish is what we're thinking.
Chuck said, thank God he didn't hug Paul, but he said, on the other hand, with Kevin. So I don't know what you and Chuck did while you were there, Kevin, but.
No, it means Kevin, on the other hand, as far as hugging you, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
Kevin and me hugging. Is that what he's talking about? I thought maybe you and him got into something.
So-
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
we
Kevin
did.
and I.
We did, but I think he's just talking about you and I. So
Yes. So Debbie and Randy said our thoughts and hearts out to anyone in Arkansas. A tornado just ripped through there. So
Oh, man.
I don't know. Well, I guess that was while we were on the live. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody there is okay. Bear Keaty. How do you say that? Bear Keaty says, "Why would you want to do 100 push-ups?"
Good point.
To get strong.
See, Chris Belafato, P90X is doable without a gym. See, I have P90X.
No, we had it.
We've
and
got
you
it.
Used to need to have some how you call it,
Bands.
You
to
don't
do
have
the
to have it.
pull-ups and all that kind of stuff. And it's sometimes a lot of jumping and moving. We don't have the room for that. And definitely, I'm not the kind of person that likes to exercise in my patio. And more like if you're in campgrounds where everybody around is with their beer watching you, it's like, no, thank you. I will not do
Mhm.
that. So no P90X here.
I did read that the original P90X is now free. Dude, you can pick it all up. I think archive.org has it all for free now. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I have it for free too. If anybody wants, I haven't done anything with it. Debbie's a professional runner. So Debbie says running while traveling is hard to do. Hubby doesn't want me out on my own. I think I need to get him a bike so he can ride beside me while I run. That's a great idea. We see that quite a bit.
The 9-bot.
Or he can drive the.
Get
The
Randy on the
9-bot?
9-bot, boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Some kind of Segway. But he could also drive the car. That way he can have his coffee and be listening to the radio.
Cheering her on. You're doing great, Randy.
exactly. Oh, so Robert, I don't know if you want to answer this question, but I gotta know. It says, did that caller stop calling you from your live stream last night?
Yeah, eventually I blocked the number. Yeah, someone was calling me. I don't know who that was.
On your live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, every now and then. Tonight we don't have any that I see, but every now and then we get some real jerks that come in and, they're talking trash. So
Yeah, I get them once in a while. I have a couple of moderators now that they just, they keep it clean. Even before I notice the trolls, they just kick them out. So that's
Right.
cool.
yeah, there you go. That's normally Kevin. He just boots them, man.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck
I'm
Bradford
powerful.
said, "Is there going to be a caravan lottery? We may have to. We're going to have to
Well,
see."
We
How
feel
many?
like a lot of people want to go, but once you tell the timing and the pricing and everything, some people are gonna drop out of that. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna.
So
They
what
know
we're
the
going to do is
numbers.
we're going to set up and say, okay, this is what you can expect to spend on fuel. This is what you can expect on because the trip's going to be, think about this, folks, trip's going to be minimum 60 days. It doesn't,
It's
to
not
do it quicker
it's
than
not
that.
work to go all the way down there
Yeah.
just for.
Just for a month. It's just not. Kevin and Laura will attest to that.
Yep. No way. Even
you
the time
can't.
that we
To
were
go
there
down-
was not enough.
because it's a hairy drive down and it's a hairy drive back. So you want to really take your time. Now, Robert, you wouldn't have a hard time in Mini Tinny because it's not so wide and the roads are super narrow down there, or at least the highways are, until you get down into South Baja. Once you get into South Baja, past La Paz is no big deal. But just to get down there, you're looking at 4 to 7 days, depending on how you do it. And to go down there, spend 2 weeks down there, and then 4 to 7 days to come back doesn't make any sense. So we're looking at 60 days minimum, at the very, very minimum. So yeah, once people find out it's 60 days minimum, your fuel, it's 2,000 miles down and back. So
That's
figure
a lot.
on mileage being 2,500 miles total, with your gas being approximately 350. Actually, we heard Cheryl and Richard were telling us it's now 250 a gallon, which is $1.50 less than it was. So that's kind of nice, but that's not going to happen by the time we're down there. So you got to do your calculations based on $4 a gallon, and that'll give you a little bit of indication of what you're going to spend on fuel based on what your rig gets in fuel mileage. Now, I'm sure Robert would piss us all off if he told us, what do you get for fuel mileage in your truck and trailer, Robert? 15, 16?
Nah, 12, 13.
Okay, I still hate you. It's twice as much as what we get.
I tell you what, I am glad that I have a gas coach right now. Boy, I looked at the diesel prices are still $260, $270.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the trucks are still rolling, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I can't drive my RV anywhere, so it's not doing me any good.
Right.
That's true.
Yep.
So yeah, once we see how all that goes, Chuck, then we'll get a better idea of what happens. And we might have to do two. We might have to do February, March, and then maybe April, May. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
No,
No?
it's too hot.
May starts to get hot, but we'll see.
No, April starts getting too hot too. But
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about it once we have some more clear.
Yeah. George Smith says he hugged Paul and ended up in the hospital. Yeah, see?
He did.
Truth.
True.
Truth.
Yep.
Ed Milius, thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you.
the $10 super chat. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Jose would like you to send him $10 as well, if you could.
That's awesome that we're splitting it 3 ways tonight. So
Exactly. Yeah, we'll split it with you. You got it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Brenda Costa was saying that she thought you were providing the RVs for the caravan.
Oh.
It's like,
Yeah. Mm.
yeah.
So Timothy says you need an indoor bike so you can watch TV at the same time. Yeah, it's really, we have so much space in the RV that we could put an
we
indoor
can put
bike.
it in the library.
Yeah, we could put it in the library or the bowling alley, one of the two. And then just put it there. We don't have George Smith. He probably has 3 or 4 exercise machines in his gym because he has the gymnasium right next to the basketball hoop.
In his 45-footer.
Yeah,
yes.
he has
It's everything.
everything. Judy Payne says, Paul, I thought you were thinking about buying a campground. I would love to do that. That's still not off the.
But is it the time right now?
But
though?
right now is not the
That's
time. I
question.
think it's it's just not the time for any of that kind of stuff until we see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying they'd love to do the caravan. Brenda Bingo Lorena says, yeah, I thought we were providing the RVs.
Lorena, I got an investor question for you.
Okay.
Do you think oil is going to go down to $10 a barrel? I've been reading a lot about that lately.
It's close. It's 13 now, isn't it?
I'm gonna say.
I
tell you.
Lori's going to tell you in a second. She's looking at futures.
Okay.
See, I just don't like to do predictions. So that's
okay.
my thing.
It's okay. You can tell me later the real answer. So
I will.
throw everybody else off.
I will still wait a little bit longer. I will say that's the only thing I can tell you, but I will still wait a little bit longer because I do believe that it will still go down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is still a long way from being over, I'm afraid, unfortunately.
Well, all the financial impact that is happening to all these
it's
corporations
still yet to
is not gonna
happen.
Go away. Yeah.
So even though the knee-jerk reaction in the market is to drop, the actual financial outcome of this hasn't even occurred yet. Like all of that is still, like, think about Disney. It's going to be Disney and Disneyland right now. Disney World and Disneyland are closed down until further notice. So they're literally going to be out until the end of April. So that's something that's never happened in the history. All these big corporations that are still people out of work and laying off. It's crazy. Financially, it's going to be an absolute nightmare for this
With
country.
that being said, there's always an opportunity.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
some businesses that are also booming
Sure.
due to this happening. So
Sure.
you just need to look for that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
I
So,
don't
Paul,
think it's dire.
you guys timed your residency perfect to get your Florida residency and not be able to go to Disney World.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Tell us about it because we were gonna go before leaving. After the RVing, but before heading south, and then nothing.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh, cool, they're opening up April 1st. Now they're not.
Nothing.
I mean, again, it's
It is
in
what
the
it
scheme
is.
of things, it's obviously a
Give
very
us an
small thing, but
give us an excuse to come back to Florida at
it
some
still
point.
sucks. George Smith. Oh, Kevin's gonna beat you for this. I think he's telling you to invest in Bitcoin.
Oh no, investing in Bitcoin, yeah.
It's down.
Yeah. But if you're holding it, it's not that great.
No.
All right, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but Chris Bellafato says Kevin. Oh no, this is just to Kevin. So favorite sci-fi movie and favorite movie overall.
Original Star Wars, 100%.
Original Star Wars. I agree.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Like that's hands down some of the best out there.
Which
and
one?
The Trekkies can fight me on that. Oh, the original Star Wars. The original three.
No, I agree.
Yep. Yeah, I would say that. We did watch The Expanse, though. That was pretty badass.
It's not
The
a,
Expanse is
It
a
was
great
not a
series.
movie, but it was a good series. That was really good.
I thought
Favorite-
Impossible would be your favorite movie.
No, oh my God, you and Tom Cruise, get out of here. Favorite movie? Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's
Grandma's Boy.
You've got to go to downtown Clearwater and see the crazy Scientology in downtown Clearwater. It's nuts. Like they own downtown Clearwater. It is crazy. They have their own hotels and all the buildings down there, and it all looks the same. And it's really, really kind of crazy.
Oh, I didn't even see Robert do the dude.
Yeah, Robert did the Vulcan salute. Somebody said, "Great job." Look at that. There's an old school.
I'm like, I'll let any Trekkie fight me, and he's like,
live long and prosper.
That's awesome. So good. I knew we'd be best friends.
You all right?
That is awesome.
Someone
so
was
good.
talking about cruise ships. I have to say, Paul and I, we were very, very, very tempted when we started seeing 9-day cruises for $300. We were like, "Oh my God, it's so cheap. This is the time."
Yeah.
And the one thing Paul told me, I don't want to get stranded.
So glad.
Into basically not being able to come back. So it's like, let's not do it, and we're so happy we didn't do it.
Well, if you hold on to that $300 for about another week, you could probably buy Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
Dude, I looked at their stock. They were at like $150 something a stock. It's down to like 20.
Yeah, all of
Like I think it's less than that. Like in the teens. I'm like, holy, that is insane.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a pop when
that
President
was
Trump said, "Hey, we're going to use them
Carnival.
as that was Carnival." When Trump said
Carnival,
Carnival is going to be used as a
Mhm.
as a hospital, they had a little bit of a pop. And
Yeah, made money. I like it.
Mhm.
and
Did you short it? Knowing what was going to go back down?
No, she didn't.
Okay.
She didn't
No,
short it.
back then I didn't short it. Now I have not seen where it's at.
Yeah.
I've been going through so many stocks right now that it's like,
Yeah, there's so much opportunity right now, unfortunately. And Lori said it right earlier. Like she said the other day, she goes, she feels bad talking about it because there's obviously a lot of people that are out of work right now, a lot of people that are hurting, and a lot of people
a lot
that
of
are
401ks have
our
just, like,
401ks
plunged.
have just tanked.
No.
And so you feel a little bit bittersweet when you talk about that, but that's part of the trading deal. That's part of the game that she's in, is knowing when that kind of opportunity comes up. And that's life. There's always opportunity when someone else is having an issue. When your RV breaks and it costs you thousands of dollars to take it, the mechanic makes a boatload of money.
Mhm.
You know, you could say, well, then the mechanic's opportunistic. Well, no, it's just the business he's in.
Mhm.
Or your car breaks, or your refrigerator, or whatever, plumbers, those guys are all in an opportunistic business. So there's always hardship on one end when somebody else is making money. And that's unfortunately where it is right now. It's just, there's a lot of people that are going to be hurting for some time to come.
But definitely mostly lately, people have been asking me about my picks, my stocks, and everything. It's like by the time I tell you and you're
Yeah, it's
able to do
over.
something with it, it's done. It's
Yeah.
like worth it.
I think Deb and Randy got it right that we're just holding out and we're gonna own Oasis of the Seas by the time all this is done, and we'll just take that out, and we'll take you guys with us. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
We'll let you have one of the inside cabins down low. You know, no ocean view though.
No ocean view.
Yeah.
Those are for special people.
Our new neighborhood said this is Pam and Jim said we booked a campsite, but that was canceled. Now we're going to have to driveway surf at home. Yeah, I mean that's unfortunately a lot of people are driveway surfing.
I have to say we had
We
stuff
lucked out.
already booked, but I totally forgot that I have one night booked, like a just in case night at one of the wildlife water management, one of those two. And all of a sudden I received the cancellation. And so glad that we were going to a different campground, to a private campground, because otherwise we would have been stuck in no campground.
I will say that Thousand Trails has been extending people. They asked us if we wanted to extend at Peace River, and they would have let us extend there beyond our normal 2 weeks. So I know they are doing that in some spots.
That's just bugging mommy because he's like, hey, food.
Yeah, it's food time
It's
for
his
him.
time.
Were they gonna make you pay?
No.
Nope.
Really?
No. Yeah, they were allowing people to extend, and we heard that in a couple different places. So I don't know if that's everywhere, folks. It might have been just there because they were empty. They had a lot of Canadians there, and a lot of those Canadians bugged out. So I don't know if it was just that one, but when we went to check out this morning, they said, "Hey, are you folks extending?" And we're like, "Didn't know that was an option." Yeah, we're allowing some people to extend, and I was like, "Oh, well, no. Now we already have a place to go." So.
We just canceled our Thousand Trails membership.
We're thinking of not renewing it, to be honest.
Well, we're gonna be in an area where there is no Thousand Trails.
Yeah,
so there's no
the middle of the country isn't a great place to be if you have Thousand Trails, and so we're thinking about not renewing it.
Yeah.
So,
do you do Thousand Trails, Robert?
No, I oddly enough, I had it for the first year that I got the RV. You know, they give you like the membership included with the RV. That was the year that I was just a weekender in South Florida, so I couldn't use it. So, and I really don't. I know you save a lot of money with it, but I really don't want to plan ahead that much. You know, I would like to travel. You know, in the seat of my pants. You know, it's So maybe someday I will. You know, but not for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also say, Jim and Pam, make the best of it, man. Like camping in your driveway, that can be fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get all the extra amenities of being able to walk inside and not use the RV bathroom and take a shower, but like being able to hang out in the RV and do cool stuff and like I don't know, like it's always appealing to me to do that.
Yeah, once you're in your RV and the windows are closed, like you're wherever you want to be. It's the same matter. Like we could be in Yosemite National Park right now, but once the windows are closed, like it looks the same.
That's us that we're already on the road. But
Right.
Pam and Jim, they're like looking forward so much to be on the road, and this is their chance to use it once in a while.
So this is what you do. Do you guys have a printer? You can just print out pictures of things and then stick it on the outside of your window.
Get your laptop and just like play a video of some waves crashing.
Yeah.
Like we're at the beach.
Yeah, and then you're there. So Chris Belafato says this is by far one of his favorite last Saturday lives. So thank you, Chris.
Cool.
That's obviously because Robert and Kevin and Laura are here. So that's awesome.
How do
I thought it was I thought it would be a fun idea. Yeah, that guy. That guy.
Yeah. No, this is cool. This is cool that you have the multi-screen going.
I dig it.
This is
have to start doing
this
that
is
with mine too.
It's actually just a website, Robert, called StreamYard, StreamYard.com. I think it's $40 a month.
It was done by two Canadians.
Okay.
Done by two Canadian kids that wanted to talk hockey to their friends or something crazy. I don't know what it was, but it's fairly new and it works great. As you saw, we can have up to 6 people on at any one time. I think that might be a little chaotic, everybody talking over everybody, but it's really kind of cool. And then there's some various things, and obviously you can see that we can bring up the questions on the screen. And
so that's part of the StreamYards as well. The question that's pretty cool. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it. I've seen people do it, but I didn't know what it was. That's cool.
Yeah. So it works really, really cool.
It'd be cool if they allowed 9, and then we could do a game of live Hollywood Squares with different RVers. That would be freaking awesome. I would totally do that.
Yeah. Also, so Tony, I guess we just answered Tony's question. So what software are you using for this chat? And that is I just saw his hat.
What?
Oh my goodness. Okay, Tony, I gotta hide your hat, dude.
Oh shit.
But yeah, this is StreamYard.com. StreamYard.com.
Yep.
So Aaron says yes, it was a great idea.
Somebody was asking us, what are we gonna do with our $1,200 check that we're gonna receive? And it's not like we are.
I don't know if we'll get one.
Are we getting one? I don't know.
Expecting it. We're not like counting with it, so we're not planning
Yeah,
with it.
I'm not planning on seeing any of that. I don't know if we will or not. So, so Kathy Kretzer said, Araby Acres TT and Yuma offered to let us bridge for our normal week out. They wanted $438 for the week. Oh, so maybe that's what these guys were going to do. Maybe they were going to go, oh, you sure you don't want to extend? Then we went, yeah. They go, yeah, it's only $550.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's
Such
peak season.
BS, man. In Yuma right now, I feel like it'd be too hot. I felt like it was too hot down there this time.
Yuma's got to be a little warm right now, I would think.
Yeah.
Karen Smith, how many squares can you have on this app? So it'd be 6 total.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's a great idea.
Six is a party, man. Yeah, that's
It is a party. Chris Bellafato, he says we're not getting a check, dude, because you're a baller. Like, they're not giving the 1% checks; they're only giving us the 99% checks.
And look at him kissing your ass with his Dr. Pepper logo on the thing. God, could you be just make out and get it over with, Chris? Come on now. Oh God, I don't have time for this. He's mine.
Nathan Jones in the house. So RW, he's at SUNY Sands in Yuma, and he says their bridge was $143 for the week. See, that's not bad. So they would allow you to do the week for $143. That's not too bad. That's rough.
You will spend more money moving somewhere else, so different campgrounds.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to be at least that much. At least that much if you go to even a BLM campground.
No. For a week.
Well, you know how they have the BLMs there. It's $40 for.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm. And it'll cost you that much, and all the produce that you have to give back to the border guys when you cross over into California. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, I gotta run, man.
All right, Robert, we appreciate you being here, brother.
No, thank you. I enjoyed being here. Let's do this again.
You got it, man. Thank you so much. We'll see you.
Thank you. And say hello to Liana.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
Bye,
see ya.
Bye.
All right, how do I do this?
That guy.
That's all right.
There's Kevin and Laura. Hey guys, what's happening?
You're okay.
Oh, no, wait. You're over there.
Yeah,
love you.
What's happening?
How crazy would it be if it actually came through the screen and people are like, "Whoa, what the hell?"
That would be funny. It's like, surprise, we're in the same RV. This
is super cool, man. This setup is awesome.
It is really good, right? So what's going on, everybody? Vegan RV is hanging out in Atlanta. We're going to try and catch up to them before they get out of there, but we think that you guys will probably be out of there before we get there. Because we're going to be there end of April is when we're going to head up through there.
I mean, we'll probably be here at least through the end of April. I would like to be here because then it's my birthday and I get to hang out with my friends, but some people might want to leave. Huh?
So
she said so Taylor's there.
Oh my God.
She's been hanging out with us for too long, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
awesome.
I was gonna say, we still have like the cool people here, all the cool people.
Yeah, all the cool kids are still here. Karen Smith says they have a driveway in New Jersey for a full-timer looking for a square, but who wants to be in New Jersey? You don't call yourself a square. That's not very nice.
But here's the thing. Again, one of our most favorite places that we've stayed so far was in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Stayed at a Harvest Host there. Got to eat garlic scapes, fresh kale. Yeah, all this stuff off the farm. It was awesome. And I never would have thought it was New Jersey.
We still have to experience that part of New Jersey. And Paul's and I's plan was to go and do the whole New England with time, taking on the time there. But since we're doing the caravan, we're heading west instead because there's things that we have to do over there first. And we're going to have to skip the New England area until another time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So eventually we'll get there because we didn't do Vermont. We did not do New Hampshire when we were there. So we need to go back.
Yeah, we definitely need to go back to New England. My mom says she's tried to say hello. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mary.
Mom, do you have a webcam? Oh, no, I don't know if I can handle that. Bring my mom out.
No problem.
33 days for Dawn and Kevin, man.
Dawn and Kevin.
That was freaking awesome. So
that
good.
is unbelievable. 33 days. That's literally going to take place like that. It's going to just go poof and be done.
Oh, they literally are on my birthday. That's awesome.
Right?
Yep. So I'll never forget it.
He says that'll be on their birthday.
On my birthday.
It's not like you're counting the days for your birthday.
Timothy says, do you still have to stay 6 feet apart if you sleep with them the night before? Well, that's what Lori's been telling me. But
this is social distancing. It's like we are sacrificing right now for the life. So we can be in the same camera.
Yeah.
No, but also
every morning I'm like, hi, honey. She's like, ah.
You've been coughing.
Yeah.
No, but on seriousness, it's like we wanted to Vic and Tammy to be here with us, but with the whole social distancing too, it's like it's just hard to be all together here in the RV. Plus, it's hot here.
Yeah, it's been strange because these people are nice enough to let us stay in their backyard, and you're like, hey guys, how's it going from a distance? How are you? So it's a little bit weird. Are people trying to get in?
Nah, it's freaking hottish.
Yeah, I'm gonna
all get out, so we need to open up some windows.
Yeah, it's been a little bit warm here. Mom, everybody's saying hi to you. I hope you see that. Oh, Cheryl, we're not ignoring you. Cheryl said we're ignoring you. I saw you pop in there one time, and we were in the middle of the chaos. So, hello, Cheryl and Richard.
Hey, from Mexico.
From Baja.
What haircut is that? What was that picture?
What?
Her
that
hair.
was a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. Yeah, I think that's when Cheryl was. Might be an AT&T pick. So Cheryl says it's pleasant in Baja. Yes, I'll bet it is.
You can ignore the social distancing with the people you live with. Of course, we're just joking.
Scott and Tina are in the house as well. We heard that our friends Scott and Tina may have purchased a nice little slab down there in Los Barillas, and they're going to be having a place to go to every winter now as well.
And we might actually borrow it.
Were we nice to Scott and Tina? You think they'll let us borrow if we're down there?
I don't think they will, but
probably not. No.
Hey Cheryl, did anybody buy that fenced off area at that campground?
Off area.
Yeah, that the one that had the 2 RV spots.
Oh, that had the
Did anybody buy that?
I thought somebody bought it right before we left.
I don't know.
No, they were renting it before.
Yeah, they were just leasing it. So it had the, what do you call that? The palapa hut. Oh my God, it's cool.
We actually did a party there. Dinner.
But it was a palapa that would fit 40 people. It was crazy.
Beautiful place.
Aaron says it's cold and rainy in Gettysburg. RV wandering. So this is Tom. Tom says, unless it could be Faye. Maybe Faye did this repair. She goes, did you know you can plug a radiator with the creamer as well? I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
Plug a radiator.
What is that?
Scott says, where is his freaking sticker? They don't have anywhere to send the damn sticker. We've been holding on to it forever. Where am I supposed to send it? Plenty of spots in Kansas, I guess.
Yeah, I feel bad for the people up north because here we can, even social distancing, we can still ride our bikes and it's nice out and it's sunny out. But a lot of people doing the social distancing
Are in a cold
quarantine in cold places that they cannot do too much. Yeah, that's gotta be tougher. I would say tougher.
Right. The whole thing has been crazy. I'm not a germaphobe, and I'm not very. I'm one of the idiots that think this is like not that big of a deal, really.
He's one of the ones that always says, "But the flu."
Yeah, I'm that guy.
He's a "but the flu" guy.
Yeah. I just like the flu. Anywhere between 30 and 50,000 deaths a year. We're at 1,600. Well,
Thank you, Lorena. We all appreciate
I know.
you.
We have all these discussions here in the house all the time. It's like,
when we start getting 1 million plus cases, then
oh
my god.
Okay, let's change the topic. So. Okay, stop it.
All right. We should do a 60-second live with each and every one of us.
60 seconds will be literally.
There's 278 people on here, so it's 278 seconds.
How are you? It's like, where are you and what are you doing? By the time you're able to say, hello, how are you doing? Will be 60 seconds. Next. That will be too fast.
So, Laura, you need to stop talking from what I see.
Yeah, Laura is always,
Tell us something.
I didn't. We were so busy. Actually, I didn't show.
So real quick, Laura posted a freaking meatball recipe and video. Yeah, or no?
Yeah.
On our YouTube page, I'm telling you, hands down, banging. It's so good.
Where are my meatballs?
Where's Laura?
Where's Laura? She posted the recipe.
She's the one that makes them very well.
Yeah, but she posted the recipe. You should be able to follow. How many ingredients is it, Laura?
I don't remember. Not a lot. It's all almost all pantry stuff.
Yeah.
Is that right?
They're delicious.
I have to do them though. I really have to do them and try. The one thing about being here self-quarantine is that you get to go through your pantry and see what you have and cook with it. So I have been experimenting with a lot of recipes too.
Yep.
I made a cake from scratch yesterday for Paul, and it's like I never do that. So definitely, I'm gonna give it a shot to the meatballs because in this household we eat meatballs with our pasta every time we do pasta.
Yeah, it's so good.
Definitely.
Our fake meatballs.
And I just want to give a shout out to Kathy and Tony. They're the ones that sponsored the wine today. Wait, let's see. It's called Blue. It's a red. It's a blueberry wine actually. And red, you usually drink it like room temperature, but this specific one, you have to drink it chilled. So it has been great for this heat.
Yes, thank you, Tony and Kathy. Appreciate that.
I'd like to say Paul's Water was brought to you by Berkey.
Yeah.
By Berkey.
Brought to you by Berkey and SodaStream bottle. So Tom and Faye said, we watch your cooking videos this afternoon. Not a good idea when in quarantine.
Because you want to do it all.
Oh, because you want to do it all? Yeah. Somebody here, we had a newbie here, and who's
now,
the
I
newbie?
have a question for you guys as a whole. It's like, do you guys are quarantining, but you're still going out to walk or going out in the bicycle, or all of you guys are taking it very seriously and you're just staying at home, like you're not getting out of the house at all?
Well, riding a bike, we're not coming within 6 feet of anybody. So I think as long as you're not coming within 6 feet of anybody, then, that's definitely no problem.
Right. That's my argument.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we see it as well. But we see so many people that literally they criticize or shame other people for going out on a bicycle or going out walking when you're not coming in contact, like you said, close to people.
Well, I think part of the problem is like some of the parks are getting just covered up with people when they shouldn't be like jamming all together. So they're having to close parks. Like the problem with the beaches.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say the other thing is like where we're riding our bikes, it's literally an office park and there is nobody here.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah. We were riding out on trails, like through swampy areas and along a river, and like there's nobody there, but but yeah, there seems to be a little bit of that too, where people are shaming that people are going out of their house when Again, I don't know. Do we? If we have any medical professionals in here, please let us know.
I said that Fred and Lynn was here early. Probably they're not here anymore. They were at the beginning. But Lynn,
because I'd like to ask somebody that question.
Yeah, she works at the hospital, so in Cape Girl, there's also with a lot of cases and everything. Yeah. So
I saw somebody here that said they're a hospital screener, so maybe they can pop back up again. We got a newbie in here that says Dan Ron, Arizona. First time watching a show. What are you guys all about? Where are you from? So. Kevin and I are male strippers. We met Lori and Laura at one of our shows, and we haven't been able to get rid of them ever since. So
we're the stalkers, yeah. We're the
so and then we bought RVs. No, how did you start watching us, Dan? Were you just randomly going through stuff tonight on YouTube and just like found our live, or how did you find us? We're all best friends, and we all started RVing about the same time back in 2016. And we've been on the road traveling North America for the past 3 years. And we kind of bump into each other and run into each other all over the place, and whenever we can, and hang out a little bit. And then we get sick of each other, and then we split apart, and then we drive it separately, and then we bump into each other again, hang out together because we love each other. And then, yeah, that's it. Anything?
I can't even add anything to that. That's literally it. That was it. That was the true story.
The whole, yeah. Like this. Yeah, that's it. And then we like to have a good time, obviously. We have pretty ridiculous senses of humor. Most of the people that watch us on a regular basis, all the names that you see in the chat, those people are all pretty ridiculous and sick individuals. You should probably avoid most of them at all costs. But
that's why they watch us.
That's why they watch us. Because they just love our ridiculous sense of humor. And of course, Randy and Debbie, I have to say, says, Laura, your videos are awesome.
Yay. Thank you.
They're delicious.
Meatball, like meat. And he's like,
yeah, it's
veggie ball.
Veggie ball.
That's better.
So one of the things she's thinking about doing is doing some cook with me videos where, post the recipe post the ingredients the day before. And then at a time, do a live, and you cook along with her. So she's explaining along the way. So I think that's going to come here pretty soon. That should be pretty cool.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Right now, I'm like, I don't know if people are going to be able to get the ingredients or whatever, but maybe I can come up with some things that are super simple and
that you have staples in your house.
Yeah. So anyway, something I'm kicking around.
Very, very cool. So roaming with Rosie, she says she's a frontline screener at the hospital, trying to figure out how to get HEPA filter bags for vacuums to make masks, even end of life. No family can come in. Sad. Yeah, I agree. Again, we were talking to somebody earlier today, and we're like, if you're not sick, don't go get in a freaking line to get tested. Like, why would you do that if you're freaking out that you might have it and you're going in just to get tested? The worst place you could possibly go is hang out with a bunch of people that actually may have this. Like, that's just not smart. If you're just freaking out because it's the whole virus thing, and you don't feel like you're sick, stay away. Do your social distancing thing. Like, it makes no sense to go out and put yourself at risk.
Yeah, even social distance, because there are people who have it that don't show any symptoms. So you could be spreading it even though you're not showing any symptoms. So don't be stupid and stay away from people, man. It's not that hard.
It's really not.
People, what's really funny to me is, living the RV life. I mean, we isolate pretty good. And there's people at my work that literally are freaking out. They're like, oh my God, I just want to go back into the office so I can work. I'm like, then don't tell me that you dream of what I do, right? Because it's a lot of
you couldn't do it.
What everybody else is having to do right now.
Right.
Robin said, thank you so much that you are working out there and doing all this for all of us. It's like, I know that a lot of us were in our house doing our thing, but there's all these people in the hospitals and testing and all stuff that they are working on the clock. And also teachers. And right now, Tammy here, she works for the school district, and she has been on point working all this time also to get kids laptops and what they need so they can keep like studying at home. So all those people are working overtime right now. So thank you.
Right. Yeah. If any of you guys are in the medical field at all, or any of that stuff, that you're still the people in the front lines are like Walmart employees and the people working at grocery stores and all that are still working. It's crazy. Like they're ones that are horribly exposed every single day. So yeah, even hats off to them, but especially those working in the medical field.
Yeah, and then also when they tell you, it's kind of like, when you said that they said they could only buy one thing of groceries, have to come back and get the other one. Those people that are telling you these things are just doing their job. Give them a break.
Yep.
Don't be the ass and start yelling at people. Like, just follow the rules. It's not that hard, right? There are plenty of people who get by without toilet paper, right? In fact, I'd probably say over half the world doesn't use toilet paper. Stop being crazy. It's total insanity, and people need to chill out. So crazy.
Yeah. I see a lot of great comments in that about Jason Selly says I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name, Jason. Is it Selly? And he says he's been trying to avoid people for years anyways. That's awesome.
He saw it coming years ago.
Yeah. Dan Ron Arizona says, he was just flipping through YouTube and now he wants to know how to be a stripper. So Kevin, maybe you could sell him your $99.99 male stripping program.
Well, actually, I think that's one of the classes at RV thing too. So you're just gonna have to come out there. Live demo. We're gonna have the polls, the whole 9 yards.
That is awesome. And he's also, I'm liking this guy. He says we've got 264 people watching and just a hair over 100 that have given us a thumbs up. So everybody, thumbs up. Just click the little thumbs up. A lot of people are watching on TVs too, so they can't do that. So, and just so you know, Dan, our channel is the Motorhome Experiment, and Kevin and Laura are Vegan RV. So you can catch either one of us and talk about our travels and try to shed some light on some really cool places. And those guys shed some light on some amazing food. So they're great at great at finding that stuff. I don't know how. They just seem to be able to get every little thing like that. So. By the way, for those of you who were wondering about the RV thing t-shirts, it's this close. So within the next few days, I don't know how to let everybody know. I've been telling everyone to go over to motorhomeexperiment.com and sign up on our email list. So I can send stuff out about the Caravan and the RV thing too. So do that if you can, and I will let everybody know either on Facebook or through YouTube in the next day or two. I've got all the original RV thing t-shirts ready to go out or to be able to be sold. So that's coming. So
you found somebody? I was just about to tell you.
Well, I'm going to use the same. I'm going to be going through the same company, the Printful.
Okay.
So that's how I've done them in the past. So I'm just going to go through Printful. I've already dropped the design in there, but I was having this weird thing that I was going to call you about the other night that I won't worry about here. But it was something to do with that maximum execution time. But I think it had to do with some bandwidth issue on my end because now it seems to be fine. So
okay.
Anyways, so somebody said 4 thumbs down. Yeah, we're always going to get some thumbs down. That just happens. So again, thank you guys all hanging out. We're actually past our normal time, but this was really cool. Like, hopefully we'll be able to talk some other folks into doing some more of this kind of stuff. Obviously, Kevin and Laura are always up for it because they're amazing. But to try and get some, and Traveling Robert was awesome tonight. And of course, we thank Phil and Stacy for hanging out from You, Me, and the RV. So that was really kind of a cool thing. And hopefully we can do that again and get some of these guys to come out and hang out. Again, some of them, like some of the YouTube channels that maybe are a little bit more family oriented, it's a little bit tough for them to come on and hang out with us because of some of the things that I might say. So I don't know if that's kind of going to be a little bit of a problem when we invite people to come out, but we'll try to tell them that we'll keep it PG at least for the time that they're on. But I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was pretty cool, and then you guys get to ask everybody varying questions, so that was kind of cool. But thank you guys all for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Yeah, like elbow bumps, and you shouldn't even be doing elbow bumps. Look, when you do an elbow, look, you can do a fist bump. Yeah,
finger guns. We're bringing them back.
Yeah. There you go. These Oh, I like that too. I like that. I don't know why, but the old fist bump still works. Or like I like the foot thing, the foot tap. But anyways, stay safe out there, folks.
The one
What
thing
did she
she
say?
said, the whole thing, she goes, "Oh, and then they're still docking."
Let's move on. People are gonna start going.
The only thing comes out of her mouth all night long.
Oh, that's awesome. But don't freak out, everybody. Like, just relax a little bit. It's not the end of the world, and all of this stuff will, drift off into the history books. Just be smart about it. Like Kevin was saying earlier, like it's just to say that you can't isolate for at least a few weeks. Come on, everybody can do that. I was that guy at first too. I was like, this is ridiculous. Why do I have to do this? And then I'm like, why? Whatever. I'll just 2 or 3 weeks or a month, whatever it takes. I'll hide, get through this, and then.
It's about not being selfish.
And not being selfish, right?
It's about other people.
It is. It's a selfish thing to not isolate.
Yep.
Because
But
I don't fear I'll be sick,
also
but I'm
don't
afraid.
be anxious and paranoid. Just
Right.
like take care of yourself, and everything is gonna be okay. Because I
Right.
know a lot of people are also very scared right now.
Yeah. With that being said, all you guys that attended the RV thing, sorry, you probably already have it. So.
That's not true. That's not true. Jesus.
I tell you
That
what,
is not true.
I miss being in the
Not true.
comments tonight, man. Being able to moderate.
Yeah, it's tough to be in the comments and be here too. So, anyways, thank you guys all for hanging out. Wash your hands, like we have to say that. Use your hand sanitizer.
Okay, health expert.
Yeah, in my professional medical opinion, you should wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer. Stop wearing a mask. It doesn't do you any good. Here's what you see: the people with a mask in the store going.
Yeah, all the time.
Or people wearing the gloves.
Touching
everything with the
and then
gloves,
touching their face.
And then they
touching
do
everything.
this.
on.
All the time. Yeah. It's
Like,
amazing.
It's amazing. But anyways, thank you guys.
I have a question
Last
for you
Saturday
before we
night.
go. Before we go.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you ever figure out the 3 shells thing?
No,
What?
the 3 shells thing. Did you guys Google it?
I did. I still don't understand it. I think I have to watch the show.
Oh.
Or watch
So there's
something
a
about
show called 3 Shells?
No. It's in
No,
a movie.
It's in a show. It's in a
movie.
Yeah, but
That's right. It was in a movie. What movie was it in?
I can't remember. Anyway, it's all good. I was
If
just seeing
anybody
it.
knows what the 3 Shells thing, it's from a movie. Somebody knew what that was. Post
Yeah,
that here before we go.
It's about not using toilet paper, using 3 shells. So I
Yeah.
don't know what it is about, but
Yeah.
we will find out at some point.
Oh, Demolition Man. So Demolition Man. Okay, we're gonna go watch that right now. Thanks, guys. See you guys.
See ya. It was good seeing you. I love you.